Oh yes, it's monsoon. My favorite weather. Oh hey, that's my combo.
Oh wow, crap is even there. Oh wait, did you already post it? What?
Oops. I'm getting wrecked.
Okay,
Phew.
so Zerfu says the mirror's on, time for me to do the announcement that we started.
Not really sorry.
Okay, we should be on now.
Neat. Oh. Man, I gotta wake up for this. Well, Suwako mirror is definitely peculiar.
Okay, time to watch what the hell am I supposed to watch here now?
That's why you can post a lot of stuff. Oh.
I'm pretty sure Suwako mirrors are the most mirrors played in this community.
It's really interesting to see real Suwako
charge is
person.
close?
Yep.
Oh, damn it.
Neat.
Why do I not know these, like, really simple things?
I should tell you
The trick is I should actually, like, learn to play the character before I, like, sign up for this.
What? Learning how to play a character? Who does that?
Oh god, the
How is
Jason.
this supposed to be played?
Got that combo too. Oops.
Ooh, the dodge.
Also, Sigets, we can hear you mashing the buttons.
Oh,
Mash
well,
that fucking keyboard.
Man, the keyboard is getting destroyed.
Are you kidding? I broke my spacebar recently. I had to fix it.
Jesus.
Oh my
Well,
god, how
we
did
can
you
hear
make this
fine.
far?
Do you use spacebar to Soku or something?
Yes.
Wow.
What do you
that's
even input?
Oh, for the dash input.
Wow.
Oh god.
D is spacebar? Wow.
No. No. Oh, that one's.
Honestly, I understand Sigets. I broke some pads playing this game. Though I break pads in general, it seems. So. Yo, the pressure. Good shit. Oof.
How? Oh, perfect.
Not like this. I should have dashed forward. I could have done 5C. It might have worked. Like an alternate reality.
Yo, what are you doing? Don't you just like 2A? There you go.
That's actually 3A.
Oh, it's
That's
3A.
like 3A.
It's L3A. Yeah.
3A lily pad. Level 3 Nutty Scourge, neat.
I should have saw that coming.
You can hear Genki's smooth Italian voice.
I mean, as long as we have Genki, right?
It's more tight voice than smooth.
It's backdash bullshit.
Oh, hey, Diamond Dust.
You're the only one who says neat on Diamond Dust.
Yo, it's fucking level 4 Nutty Scourge. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Oof.
Only if I keep fucking my movement super bad.
Oh, Sprinkle. Someone use default 623B, please. That thing is
I don't
huge
have
in
it.
Sprinkle. Damn it! Ah,
Oh, nice.
it gets huge in Sprinkle. It's amazing.
Oh, you know what else it does? It does 2 orbs on block.
Really?
Basic
I'm
corrector.
so
Yeah.
good at this.
Jesus! Whoa! Whoa! This lamp is like
The swamp gets huge at level 4.
ginormous. Wow.
The swamp is super.
It also slows down movement, so it's really good for
I'm actually learning a lot by watching this
as
video.
well.
So wait, the blighted earth is the swamp thing?
Yeah. It's... I think the only thing that makes that skill carry useful is mostly the fact that the opponent becomes really slow inside of it or something.
Yeah, that's like my knowledge of it. If you're inside it, you're just slow,
The other thing is that while you're underground, you can use it to pop up. Like, and it's it also resets your jumps.
Oh, interesting.
So you can actually use it during pressures, to reset a lot of pressures that you shouldn't work.
I see.
Well, I shouldn't say shouldn't, that's the wrong word, but...
Also, I think it gives the Nutty Scourge effects, right?
Yeah,
while you're inside.
Yep, it also, yeah, as long as you're inside it, you can deal with one of the effects, like, red. It reduces the, I believe red makes you take more damage.
I actually would like
about the typhoon.
I will actually like to talk about that one on the... Oh, neat. When we're talking about character later, because I think it's a really important part of Suwako that doesn't get used enough.
It's very matchup specific.
True.
TTP is a lot, just in general, and most specific matchups.
Well,
TTP is way better. Like the default, the cloud is like ridiculously dense.
It's just, they're both good, it's just the default just overshadows all of them.
Like, what I'm interested is that the effects
default at rank 0
are
B4 or something. It's gone.
Are all interesting. Like, there are 3 effects, and the most interesting one, I think, is the green one, which is basically Sun Shower.
Sun Shower.
Yeah.
Any wrong block, it's just a block. And unlike Sun Shower, it breaks the orbs permanently. So...
Oh wow, damn. That's really good.
Blue is the best one, obviously.
Less defense on the opponent, I think?
No. Okay, so what blue does is really dumb. Basically, for when your opponent hits you, while they're blue cursed, they take chip damage proportional to like 10%. Yeah, 10% of the damage that the moves did for the first 4 hits of whatever they hit you with.
Cool.
And it can't kill, and it's just not good. I'd rather have.
It's actually pretty good in certain situations.
I mean, it's interesting.
If you use that weapon called Blighted Earth, you can actually use it like think of like every block screen resetting the blue curse. And every second resets the blue curse. It's not like a one-time thing. While you're in the curse, you constantly reset on the debuff. So you'll constantly take that chip damage.
Oh.
Tons of damage.
As soon as that blue is up.
That sounds pretty good. Oh, blue. I think the only problem with the... Yo, look at the heavy fog 2 effect too. Oh, nice. Wait, what? Oh.
Another thing to note is that the 4-car is actually reversal.
Right. Wait, it's in a reversal?
Yeah, it is.
It's in full side up.
Then why don't I have them in my deck?
Oh god, it's gonna like... something else you can watch. Oh, oops.
Oh, yes.
You know, I do notice that these mirrors, like, almost any time we ever watch them, they just take so long. Like, is it really just that hard to land attacks in neutral?
Yeah, Suwako has one of the worst, well, she doesn't have the worst neutral, but she has one of the worst rush outs. So she has a very hard time approaching. But she has a very good, system on keeping people away. So in general, you have to make them come to you. You can't, like, really go to them.
Ooh, nice conversion.
There's this running joke that people have to suicide into Suwako for her to have a chance.
That's where the joke comes from.
Well, by looking at this, I can see that Suwako version is way more complex than the usual I see, so there is that.
Doesn't she have like this one of the strongest?
Ooh, nice day 3.
Also, I would say you, after this one, you just make one last game and you can start for real.
Yeah, they are pretty long, so we've seen quite a lot out of these mirrors.
But this time people can't say that we're starting too late. We actually started 2 hours earlier.
Yeah, for once we are even more than on time. Oh, nice.
Here's a funny screen. Oh, oops.
Too greedy on that pressure.
I will never fall for this string, he said as he falls for it next time.
Oh.
Oh man.
Where is the 3A?
Oh.
The pressure is really neat.
Yeah, that 3A and the
Damn it.
Bones of People, that was good.
Yeah, the pressure is basically uses a lot of interesting instead of being the usual, 5AA into command, it's more like mixed. That's really neat. Oh man.
Cloud.
Sigets is trying to sleep on the opponent. Oh. Ooh, nice catch! Damn!
Very nice.
Oh, these are real close.
Yeah. And we've seen the Red Frog wheel.
Maybe we should really just let it guess through the mirrors. Instead of delivering the sad shows we usually do.
This pressure. Yo! And the endo into the dive. Oh, this stuff is really...
What's up with Suwako?
Yo! What? Yo, this is neat.
The bad news about that last one is that it's actually mashable. Just hit a button.
Yeah, but then it has to be on a range. So if you can if you can do this matchup, something like that, then usually they won't try to mash you. But if you can't like pressure them into not mashing you if you're doing a back and forth game, then not really able to do much.
I can see that even Suwako suffers against Suwako Lillipad, so that's pretty funny.
Yeah, Suwako counted herself.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the conversion.
I think Genki is just discovering his love for Suwako.
I actually already played Suwako a bunch of time. It's a fun character. I actually enjoy the character. It's neat. Pretty unique.
Okay, I got a little bit of health back, that's all I wanted.
Oh god. No, not the heavy frog, you know what?
No,
Sleep!
Just sleep
No
more.
heavy frog for you.
As no.
That's right.
Why even play the game, dude? Just sleep through it. Oh, you actually caught him on Wake Up.
Nope, that's how you counter it. People try to melee on Wake Up, but that's not the way you throw the game. You want in general, you want to throw bullets first before you game.
Was that my last attempt to...
There's
beat
some
the final
options for
boss?
catching the Wake Up. The literal Wake Up on that.
Suwako can literally do the Typhoon Eyes
Did you
leap.
say one more after that, or was that
Damn.
Can you cut it or one more?
I think you can do one more.
Do one more.
Yeah, one more.
Go all out.
You got the time.
Hopefully this time I'll actually draw the swamp. Jesus. Spent that whole last game without it.
Yeah.
Someone should fucking confirm the 6-3 default into the 5 card. Please do that. You can do that! I am blockable into 5 card, it's a feat.
I'll never do it.
Probably won't happen.
Actually, you
sorry,
can also
It's
combo
really
it.
hard to land on good players.
You can also
Especially
combo it
this Suwako
from.
here.
You can also combo it from the 2-2 default, if I remember correctly.
So to anyone tuning
That's
in
my
right now,
string.
Zaton, I know we announced Zaton was going to be in the episode today, but Zaton isn't feeling well, he's out sick, so
He
I guess
dead.
you,
Aw.
yeah, I guess you have me today. I was gonna hop out of this turn, or I'm sorry, this
That's what I wanted.
podcast, just because I'm not too knowledgeable on Suwako, but it should be fine.
Kind of sad because good old Zaton I'm sure would have enjoyed this
Yeah,
should've
entire
held it.
episode.
He actually wanted to be here today.
Man, that sucks for him.
Well, he can still join if he's still listening. Why the hell not?
He's super tired or dead or both, so
He's sick, so...
he's
Also,
too
this
sick.
is, we're watching Lily versus Sigets right now. So yeah, it's not the host that's playing this time. It's people who actually know how to play the character.
Okay, let's
That's
not go
me
that
and
far.
Genki right here.
I mean, if I played, you will be seeing me mash 6-3 a lot because I like them pretty much.
I'd be spamming J6C, J2A,
Oh, very nice.
J8A.
So, like, card is gone.
Oh, you can also confirm the 5 card from row 60.
A lot of stuff. You can confirm it off of F5A as well.
Look at this stuff, yo.
Okay, I dropped the combo. Oh, I drifted away. I thought I was gonna.
We're Genki with the next Soku set with Suwako now.
Dude, I can't win with my main. What do you think is
that
even
bait
worse?
though.
It's Suwako, come on.
Suwako was out with shenanigans.
Okay, yes, finally.
5 card, my dude. No, okay.
Why is somebody mashing
Get
spell
out of
card?
here.
Oh,
Wow, that was super smart. Fuck. I need the swamp, like, super
Oh,
bad.
real sprinkle shit, let's go.
Oh shit. No!
No,
6 to 3B, no! Oh wow, that's pressure though.
Yeah.
Are you going to finish it with the spell?
I can't move.
Ah,
And notice how it's really hard to move in here. Well, now I can, but it's really hard to move. Your move distance goes down when you're inside the spider bird.
So I like that border escape forward just now. Is that what you're supposed to do during Suwako pressure?
Suwako? Yep. No, not only Suwako can do that because she's really short. She can do that against like Unicorn and stuff. Oh, oops.
Honestly, I was checking 6B as an option, and I found out that 6B as an option is actually pretty damn godlike. You guys should use it more in general.
Yeah, it's really good against Unicorn. I'm getting destroyed.
Well, I don't mean as Suwako, I mean in general. Like, if you know that the opponent is doing bullet-based block string, it's pretty cool to just 6B and then punish them for the block string.
L44, please. I'm not falling for that L38 bait, I know.
This is how you play Suwako. You make them fear things that you're not gonna do.
Oh, like a grappler, neat.
Yeah, it's like holding on to Royal Flare.
Suwako is the best grappler in the game.
Confirm. Well, she does have a grab, so
Does she?
kinda. Yeah, the 4 card river.
Oh.
It's not a grab, it's a hit grab.
Well, I mean every single grab in Soku is an hit grab anyway, so it's not like it matters.
I'm pretty sure Suwako 5 card is like an unblockable hit, so it's like a grab.
Yeah, I think maybe you're right. Considering all, it may be the closest thing to a grab.
No, not
Yo,
like this.
the pressure.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I messed. It's Suwako's too short.
Wow, so
I
close
couldn't
to
do
that
that.
crush.
If it was any other character, it would have actually crushed.
It looks plus though on recovery. Huh. It looks plusy, let's say.
And I should mention that Suwako's J5 is a good card to beat me.
Are you supposed to raise the flat card? I thought you just jump out.
Well, the same. Jump, you have to high jump.
Yo, I like how Suwako 6B as an actual dash animation. Oh boy, this bad.
We're getting some good games now on the screen.
Oh, hey,
doesn't
come on.
want to lose the last game of the set. Remember, you win the last game, you win the entire set.
Classic.
Yes!
Oh my god, I lost.
Perfect.
That reminds me, Sigets, you played in the the frog tournament, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I played in the
Yeah,
frog
you
only
did.
tournament.
Where did you place in that? Was that like second or first?
I got second.
Who was
I
first?
lost to
Don't you
Blaze.
Okay.
sign
Of
up? Oh,
course.
please.
Blaze.
Damn.
Hello.
Blaze, wait. Blaze won the tourney?
Blaze won the Froggy tourney, yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised, I just kind of surprised.
Okay, you ready to
Then
start?
we have, yep.
I
Actually,
think
before we
so.
start, I think we have forgot to tell Lily. First of all, it's good to have the video on Twitch running in the background, so you
Oh,
have
it's like
the
that right
visual.
now.
Yeah, okay.
That's up,
Let's just look into the channel because I just show where we are in the flow.
No,
know.
yeah.
So I just copy and paste this, and then you will know where we are. In case you didn't know. But yeah, alright, we can start. Genki, introduce us to the viewers.
Why we don't even say the title? It's important to me. So, what episode is this? No, let me check.
15, my boy.
My boy!
It says right on
15
Twitch.
episode! We are still alive after 15 episodes. What is this?
15
So-
podcasts. Oh my god.
Yikes.
Last thing of mine, is this game reclining?
Hmm.
I thought this game was reclining.
It kind of is, kind of not really.
It's totally reclining.
Are you referring to that reclining meme that's running around
Yes.
the Soku Discord?
Okay, we can talk about
reclining,
everything.
boys.
Give me a second. So, 15 episode. Hisouten podcast. Native Hisouten Froggy Braves the podcast. There we go. Yeah. So,
You did it.
yeah, nice. So I don't think the game is reclining, and we can prove it by simply using the news section of today. So what do we have?
Good way. But the new section is just talking about tournaments.
Indeed.
So let's start off with the first, which one I have listed here. Zero Fuse is already ready to display the tournament. For the first one, let's pick the Australian one.
Alright
Oh
then.
god, wow.
So the Australian boys, they actually have tourneys.
Wait, is Zero Fuse showing it right now? Because...
Not yet.
What?
So for what I know, the our Australian friends mostly have to fight tenshis. I'm not sure about why that's a thing, but it seems to be a thing.
And how many tenshis did score high?
And
Did anyone actually watch here the Australian tournament?
I caught
Kind of.
clips of it, because it was like real last minute and it was announced, and then Zaton was commentating on it, right? So all I know is that I saw Gian kicking a lot of ass, and that's the little girl in the bracket you see here.
Huh.
Another little girl kicking ass.
You subscribed with a $4.99 sub?
Sigets, my guy!
What?
My guy!
Real shilling.
Sub. Oh my god.
Let's get this train going, boys.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the Australians, they do have their own tournament. It's the WoW tourney. I don't know how long it's been running, but they've reached 4 tournaments as of right now. And I don't know, Gyang's part of it. Gyang won. Gyang's real good. I would say Clemfer would come first if he was in the tournament, but no, we didn't. I think he was hosting the tournament.
Clemfer is one of the best players I've ever played against.
I remember him from
I hear he's super good, and he's probably a super old player, but unfortunately I'm EU and don't have to deal with that.
I definitely have to deal with that in
Live
the West.
streamed on Hamo.
Tiana says that the finals were live streamed on a Machi through relay. Damn.
Wow,
What?
That's tough.
Man.
that is tough.
That's
Is that
brutal.
that really happened?
I mean, you can't always
I
connect.
don't really have those kind of things.
Oh my god, Hamachi in 2017.
Hyper Amigo.
Watching.
That's not even Hyper Amigo. That's like, I don't know. Where's the kangaroo emote?
That's like super ultra hyper catchygasm.
Man.
So what other turns have we had?
Oh, we had a sun-based tourney.
Which ended just a few minutes ago, actually.
Oh,
They had another Dream Chasers.
well, I guess we have the guy from the Sun, Double Sun, Discord making tourneys. Yeah,
we
they
saw
make
about the Sun turn.
So mad.
they make tourneys. So I never played them. Do you have to play only Utsuo or just like?
No, it's just a normal tournament. It's Swiss this time. I don't know, was it Swiss earlier? I
Okay.
just
No,
entered out of
the
fun.
last Sun tournament wasn't the Swiss. I think it was double elimination. But I don't know, you guys just played this tournament, right? How long did it last?
Not long. I mean, there were 5 participants.
It was like
Wow.
5 participants. You guys lasted like I saw the finals like 20 minutes in.
Well,
They don't
it
last
was really
very
short.
long.
then Sigets destroying everyone.
It's a lot of
Let me
people
point out
didn't
that
show up.
I don't know,
Eating
did you
that-
like it?
Unfortunately.
It was some tough stuff, yo.
Was it a fun tourney though? Like, I don't know.
Good
I
going.
couldn't catch it
Yeah, it was
because I was
alright.
working on stuff. Yeah, alright.
Well, we
I
just
heard
we
that
just
was
blazed
like
through it
a
quickly.
lot.
I didn't get to land Fantasy Heaven, so it was a waste of my time.
You know, in terms of Swiss
every
tournaments,
tournament is just there to Fantasy Heaven.
You know, if Sanger hosts a Sunday Swiss tomorrow, then you'll get the Fantasy Heaven there. I don't know if he's gonna do it though.
Oh, good.
All right. Anything else?
We
had
Lily, you just said that Sigets was tilting during the tournament. If he tilts, it means he's having fun. That's actually something I realized.
What?
Yeah, Sigets when you get tilted.
Having fun.
No, that's not true. Well, it might be true when I'm like drunk, but normally no.
Drunk soccer with Sigets is so fun.
We also had a tourney made by your close friends from South America. The Turkavier? No, I can't pronounce
trying to pronounce any Spanish.
No, give him a third try.
I can't even. It's really okay. It's Spanish, so it's.
Say
It should be like Turkavier. I mean, if it's Spanish, it should be close to Italian somehow. Kind of.
Is it Portuguese what they speak there? Well, okay, that should be also close to.
I mean, Spanish is theoretically connected to Latin and blah blah blah. I don't know. I can pronounce this. Someone help. I suppose.
But we got the Carabia won against Nanyako in the final.
Yeah, outside of my awful pronunciation, we had Nanyako, De Carabia, and won in the final. How many people played the tourney actually?
Good question. I forgot about the counts, and I am too lazy to actually scroll back now.
Let me. Okay, I'll check. Give me a second.
Hello. De Carabia beating Nanyako. Like I was of the opinion that Nanyako is becoming such a strong player in the SA community. Like I would easily say Nanyako is close to top 5. I mean, just look at Nanyako's performances recently.
I haven't actually played against Nanyako really yet.
Not
so
yet. But if you did, you might.
I think you did.
My opinion.
I think you did in the Swiss, no?
No, I played against him, but he played Racing and Komachi.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, Nanyako Emilia is it's things. I don't know how to explain. It's good things. It's pretty strong. Also, I believe at least. Let me see.
Well, speaking of Nanyako's performance, you might as well go over the next tournament. Soku said.
Wait, wait, Turkavier.
No, wait, that was no wait. I'm confusing it with 101.
Wait, what the fuck?
So
whatever. I can find the original Turkavier, so
doesn't matter.
No, wait, I found it. Wait. Okay, 17 people. Okay, 17 people. We did it. Yeah, 70 people is a decent number, if you ask me, considering all. I mean, it was I think mostly only South American tourneys, so that's a pretty decent number.
Well, the Australian one had 18, the South American had 17. That's not too bad. This game is alive. It's not reclining.
I would like to remind. I would like to remind people that sometime when the planets align and everything is correct in the universe, we get tourneys with around like 70 or so people. For that game, that was pretty neat.
That will be the coin flip tourney, actually.
Also, we had the Soku Saturday 102. That's 100 of me tourneys. Jeez.
They just won't stop. The Soku sets, they just keep coming. When will it die?
They keep coming. Oh man. I was supposed to play in this, but in the end I didn't play. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. I think Blaze had once said that Soku Set 100 was going to be his last Soku Set, so I mean, everybody has lost their chance to go and beat him, unless he decides he was bored one day and will join another Soku Set. So this one.
Okay, look, real talk. Okay. It's all lies. Blaze is lying. Basically, he doesn't have the skills to keep up. Clearly.
Oh, now I get to gatekeep Genki at the winners finals.
Dude, anyone can do that. You have no special. Blaze wasn't special. I can gatekeep myself by not playing.
Next time
Get
you sign
that!
up for Soku Set Sigets, you gotta name yourself the Genki Guard.
Okay, so see, you can't gatekeep me because I'm the best gatekeeper for myself. Because I don't train.
I will keep you out of
Easy.
Winners Finals.
Man, that feel when you are your own gatekeeper.
Look. Before moving to the next subject of the tourneys or whatever, I'm probably going to freaking die on this earth without ever winning Sokusat. I think I reached that conclusion at this point. Oh boy. Okay, so said that.
Not a single Soku set yet.
Sadly. Said that there was also Dream Chasers Gaiden, which went okay, I guess. I think of the could have been better. I'm mostly kind of annoyed by the team tourney because I wasn't friggin' there because my connection died.
Actually, the team tourney was pretty amazing. I mean,
I missed it.
The Grind Emperor God Kings won, right?
Yeah, I in the end I didn't actually rewatch the tourney, so no, it's fine. I just don't know what actually happened during the tourney, you know?
Yeah, so I can talk a little bit about this.
Okay.
After you had died out, we know you were like real hype about this tournament and you were just so ready for the commentary. We know what happened to your internet. Sorry about that. Don't worry, we did shield you though. We shielded the fuck out of you. So it was me and Zaton on commentary, and we did miss a couple teams. Like we didn't get to catch Arrow 404, I don't think we saw them play. We didn't see Sword Serving Frog, and Team Normac, we didn't see those either. You can see on the right of the stream right now, these are all the banners that we received for the tournament. Some of them are hand-drawn, like this one that contains Ginto's and Patchy's teams. And a lot of them are just, ooh, they're just such good art.
The Scarpy fan club.
Yeah, there was the Scarpy team, and we didn't catch them either. By the way, Genki. So, you know how we didn't unban Scarpy? His team lost in the first round. And this is the Dream Chaser tournament.
Needing get out of the stream, damn it. Yeah, no. God damn it!
Wow.
What is the?
that banner is great.
Is that Needing? Why is he black now?
Yeah, that was Normac's banner. He wanted you to see that.
Oh,
Perfect.
There it is again.
awful. I disagree entirely with that.
But yeah, the tournament went really well. It was a little bit shorter than we expected. I think it was actually like a 2-hour tournament because it was single elimination, no double elimination. Because we were we were talking about how Hearts United lasted like 4 hours, right? Because that was a it was teams with 4 people each, and that one I don't know, just took forever to really get through, and people were like literally passing out.
Okay, so I guess for next time, then we should. I mean, from this tourney, I figured that if there is another guy, then
make a losers bracket.
First, no losers bracket. I really like the concept of single elimination because it's a team, so you have to work with your partners to actually don't die. But there are a bunch of things that can be done better because some things from rules to from rules to other things just
$5.
didn't go that well.
There was a little controversy over this tournament bracket and the way it was set up though, because you know how Dream Chasers is like meant for low to mid-level players.
I know.
Some teams were kind of stacked, like Grind Emperor, God Kings. That was Splinter, Morphman, and Sanger. Like that.
Okay,
that
you
is
get to
a
play.
top Dream
Okay,
Chaser.
people. So people were kind of against the awesome teams and people like that were banned, and others didn't, and all that mess.
But you allowed some unbans, like you let Remox and Scarpy into the tourney, which is fine, right?
Yeah,
Okay, let me explain the point. Ideally, ideally it was that I was supposed to actually write somewhere that the ban list was going to be a bit more lenient and have more people join. I didn't actually write that anywhere, so in the end it was like, surprise, you get people like Remox out of nowhere. Woo!
You've seen the meme flying around in like Hisouten, haven't you? They'll have like hashtag bring Remox back.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So you know what they're asking for, Genki.
Honestly, I don't know. I just know that for the next Gaiden, I need to actually think through the actual, rules and how to apply everything. Blah blah blah. It was a test run, I suppose. Kind of.
I mean, it was a Halloween special edition. I think it went perfectly well, honestly.
It was okay. Expect another one for at least Christmas.
Yeah, probably. I'll put something together for you guys for Christmas. I will say one more thing about this tourney, though. Yeah, congratulations again to the Grind Emperor God Kings, Morph, Sanger, and Splinter. Yeah, they all won Shrine 2's prize.
What a name.
We worked hard for it.
Wait, that's not the whole name. Where's the copy pasta?
Grind Emperor God Kings? Wait, what copy pasta?
That's not the whole name.
Oh, jeez.
Tiana, no, fuck you. You don't get a shoutout because stop fapping. Get out.
GTFO, Tiana. Yeah, Morph, you didn't get to play once. Like, did you just run with the same, like, the team, team order every match?
No, we changed it up.
Did Singer always go first?
Nah, we changed it up. Everyone started first except me. I had to do some assignment and said, well, you guys start first, and when you lose, I'll be up next.
Are you doing an assignment while we're doing this right now?
Wait.
Boys can't lose.
So wait, I didn't watch the tourney, so I don't actually know, but did the Splinter, Morph, and Sanger team add like Splinter or Sanger just rush through everything?
Yeah, they kicked a lot of ass. Splinter took out all of Bronze 5 and A Flex Q by himself. So I know he hasn't won a Dream Chasers by himself. He won this one though. So does that make him a tourney winner or his team?
I want to say that I feel like it may have worked well on his side because it was a single match. So he had to fight maybe 3 people. But it was a single match for each, so there was no time to actually develop any kind of adaptation. So even if you knew the...
Yeah, just a bunch of tricks.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Stuff that shouldn't work, but worked anyways.
That's kind of like what happened to mine and Sigets' team during Hearthstone.
Oh man.
But we don't need to talk about that.
The problem is that if you have one round, even if you know, one game, if you know the opponent, you may think, oh yeah, I know this guy, I know what to do, but it's a tourney scenario, he's going to try hard, you're going to try hard, the situation is kind of, serious, so the variables just change completely. It's not a casual match, it's really different.
Wait, Silver Fox was in there and he lost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Unbelievable.
I guess he should be unbanned then.
So yeah,
you should unban Sigets too.
Unban Sigets and Lily.
Yep.
Unban them both, Genki, it will be hilarious.
Okay, no, look, before I'm banning Sigets or anyone else, I unban myself, so...
Unban me, but I have to play Suwako every time.
No, get out. Said this, I think we can move on.
God.
We get lost. Oh, no, wait. There was the news part of the tourneys. Do we have anything else to, news about? Yeah, sure.
I don't know if anything else happened this week.
What do we get on the stream here right now?
Okay, so,
oh, I see.
we had, there's another thing that, not really happened, but more like, I guess, wow, that's 214.
Domination dash.
Pretty hype. The Caribbean made a video, and it's a tech weather related video. It's pretty good. I kind of helped it, not really much, just said words, and the Caribbean made all the content. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good video. Do we have anything to share it?
I saw it in announcements, but like, what is it about? Like, what's in the video? What should I gain from watching it?
Basically, the Caribbean wanted to make a video to explain how to abuse or to avoid being destroyed by the weather, because we know that the weather in Soku can be pretty annoying, especially if somehow you get Typhoon for the n-thousandth time. You're like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? So you want to change the weather, you want to avoid that, and we know, at least the experienced player know that the weather can be RNG, but it's not fully RNG. So there is some level of control And he wanted to make a video to explain all the way to control the weather, or to avoid getting destroyed, or to change all your game plan based on that, and so on. And I think he did a pretty good job. I even learned something myself. I didn't know that the Tenshi system card actually activate the weather always on 99th, which is pretty interesting because some weathers don't start at 99. They actually start at 50.
Spring haze at 99. Oh.
And that was actually pretty interesting.
One thing that you want to note when you play it is, if you see spring haze and you're winning, the next weather is going to be heavy fog, and you really don't want to lose the heavy fog.
Oh my god.
I didn't notice the gorilla under the Yobu picture.
This video is amazing.
Yeah, no, it's really well done. I like the part where he says, the weatherman, literally you.
Shoutouts to Dekarabia. This is great.
This is amazing.
Irish, me, and Dekarabia, I think a bunch of people made the first weather manipulation sound, and I made the second one. So...
Remember this cycle?
Oh yeah, remember the cycle, dude.
Dude, the NBA Tenshi is the best thing in the entire game.
Yeah, it's really well made, and it's really funny also to look at, so it's enjoyable in all senses. It's easy to remember, and it explains a lot of good stuff. So I think it did a pretty good job on trying to teach you something through, you know, fun. So yeah, if you don't know anything about weather, go watch it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch the full video.
Yeah,
you can find it in the Hisouten Discord announcements if you were interested in it, of course.
I think we really need more content like this that explains things in Soku that people don't know.
I've noticed one problem.
The card management, that's something we need to do.
Well, hold on.
For example,
Sigets, what's wrong with the video?
There's an issue. It's using an altered UI.
No.
So when it shows the clear and the active weather, it's showing it for Eduardo's UI mod, which not everyone uses. So some people might get the wrong idea, which is kind of rough.
Well, I mean, as long as it says the weather.
Yeah.
People will know what you mean.
There are a bunch of mechanics in Soku that I think should be explored or explained to new people. Maybe it's not too important, but for example, some people don't know that the spell card animation completely locks the border escape function, which I think is pretty important, but many people don't know about that. Until the opponent is in the animation of a spell card, border escape will not work, and I think that's pretty interesting. We need video about this kind of things. We need content.
Then
about
go for it, Genki.
I'm lazy. But the idea is there, and I should really get to it one of those days. Oh, I'm an awful human being. Anyway, so I guess we don't have anything else. Did anything else happen these days? Do we
I can't really
anything?
can't really say if there's anything else. I mean, there's always stuff going on in Soku mods, but nothing too extravagant that we can really mention as right now, outside of like palettes. So
Soku Saturday next week, I think, maybe.
Well, the shilling comes at the end. I think we can hop right into the character now, though. We do have another topic for today. It's going to be about deck building, but we'll try to get that at the end of the character.
Yeah, I guess we use enough time about the things happening in the community. So let's jump right into the meat of this podcast. So Suwako, as usually, we try to present the character through, you know, the actual lore and toe presentation, you know. So, Lily, what do you know about Suwako? In that sense.
I don't know.
Nani?
Nani? Oh, man. No ideas about the entire character, you know, from the original toe games and anything?
Well, Suwako used to have a wait. I put her on a little pad, but kind of removed that. Her J6 used to come out. Wait,
Oh. I thought it was like lore, not like patch changes.
You know, I think Sigets know. Wait.
No, it's okay. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I think Sigets know this everything because last time he was here, we tried to do the same, but he was like, I don't really know anything.
But maybe you guys know that. I heard that like Suwako is some sort of god, right?
Right.
Suwako's a god, and she has the witness side, and her shrine got overtook Nako?
I think.
But what I wanted to ask is, maybe someone else knows. What I heard is that the actual god is her head, because you know her head had the eyes and can move. And
That's some
Suwako, and the girl is just someone who transports her.
That's some fan fiction
stuff, right?
Yeah,
here,
fan fiction, sadly.
Yeah, I can't really say too much about. This is the one character I don't have that much knowledge about in the Toho universe.
Didn't she appear in like Toho?
It's 10. It's Mountain of Faith.
10, Mountain Faith, yeah. Extra boss, if I believe right.
Yeah, it's the bullshit micro dodging boss, and I hate it. That last spell.
Consider the easiest
I know.
boss.
she's like one of the
man.
actually.
I didn't even finish Mountain of Faith, so I don't even goddamn vote.
Are you kidding, Genki?
It's hard!
Mountain of Faith's like the easiest game, Genki. Go back
What
and
the
beat
fuck?
it right now.
No, it's not!
That's 10 Desires, my dude.
It's she never really
I didn't even finish 10 Desires as you, and I'm getting sad now.
If you can't 1cc Mountain of Faith, why are you here? Come on, man.
Okay.
We're a bunch of Soku players, man.
It's the easiest one. It's like a 1 by 40 bombs.
I finished the second Toho game. Normal 1cc, I don't give a damn. That was hard. I am the best. So,
Oh my god.
I guess we don't know much about Suwako. Just a god on the Moria shrine trying to gather some faith and, you know, the usual stuff. What do we know about...
Yeah.
What do we know about
Maybe
Soku
it's
itself, though? Because Soku are the plot. You know,
Did
so...
you just say incest?
No, I didn't!
Damn, where is your head?
In the gutter!
I heard that. Oh my god. What?
Okay. Let me restart. So, we don't know. we know that the character at least appeared in Hisoutensoku. Okay, so there was some plot in there. Okay, there was a story mode and everything. So yeah, at least that. Do we know anything about that? Okay.
Suwako appears at the end of Sana's story, and it's like a flying boss, and it's BS.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
Oh
know.
yeah, you there's like that really black stage that you just like fight. I
That?
finished the storyline.
Damn it!
I didn't tell the story either.
You guys, what's up with you? The story mode was nice. Oh.
Okay,
you
in terms
people.
of Soku, I know that like she has the ability to create earthiness, whichever that really means in particular. So I'm gonna assume it means like rocks and shit. But do you see this in Soku often? Does she use like earthiness in her
She
powers?
uses a lot. Yeah, very much.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
J5C puts like she literally throws rocks.
Mm.
Like a lot of skills. She R6C, 5 or J5C, and she also has like a snake spell card that throws out a huge snake rock.
You could also go so far as to call the iron rings she throws with her 6B series as an earth type like kind of attack.
Oh yeah, because it is metal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Earth
I
has
see.
metal.
Oh, minerals and whatnot. I see. So, I guess we can just, at this point, go ahead and talk about the character in itself, in Soku, as in gameplay and such, the usual. So, I'd start really, like, direct with these traits. Like, we know, at least, the general idea of the character is that Suwako can be, or better, is considered weak. Even bottom tier, the so-called god tier. So, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Like, give me the rundown on kind of not so memes, so reality, not reality. Give me the talk.
The thing about Suwako is, as you know, she has terrible movement. Her movement is one of the worst in the game, simply because she can't really like set it. She has to rely on air dashes, and if you miss time an air dash, you're just gonna like be in the air blocking. So that's one of the things that people can generally abuse against Suwako, and well, that's one of them. Her bullets have a lot of density, but they have a lot of startup. So generally speaking, you're not the one throwing the bullets first. You have to like counter throw the bullets, if that makes sense. That's kind of generally how Suwako works. She doesn't she has a really bad way of approaching people, but when she gets on them, she sticks really hard.
Yeah, Suwako pressure is devastating stuff, really. It's just getting you through in the neutral.
Isn't it even the strongest pressure in the game?
Seriously?
I'd say no. I'd say stuff like Yuriko and
maybe
Zaton is stronger.
She gets rewarded pretty heavily for good reads, though, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Suwako is very a lot of characters can kind of like just throw stuff out and like make up for it. Suwako can't really throw stuff out. When you throw something out like a melee, it has to hit. Otherwise, you're gonna be very screwed. That's why she has like a semi-decently high learning curve. It's mostly because you can't play her in a most traditional fashion.
So you
find it better pressure race.
So you have to play in a really unique way. So I was thinking about what you said before. About the movement. So you can't block in the air because air dashing usually has this huge recovery. And I know that.
Her air dash is actually one of the best because it covers so much distance.
I see.
And her high jump is actually the highest high jump in the game, if I recall correctly. So you can use that to your advantage. But Suwako is one of those characters that you don't want to immediately air dash after a high jump. Because you want to get as low as possible, unlike those flying Suwakos.
I see.
You mean ceiling huggers?
Yeah, pretty much. Those guys are like, why?
I want to ask something about the air dash. So usually when I play any other character, flying compared to air dashing has the huge problem of not being able to instantly block. So if you do like G6D and then press Alt 4, you are instantly blocking. But if you do J66, you can't instantly block. So is that a Suwako problem? Can't you just G6D4?
No.
Okay.
If Suwako does any like you don't want a J6D, D6 or D4 because what actually happens is you start flying upwards. You don't move laterally.
Right.
So generally speaking, you always almost want to use air dash, except unless when you want to extend your grace or get out of certain strings. I believe I sent Zero Fuse one of the clips for her avoiding and stuff with J5A. I mean the dash. You can actually fly over certain moves.
Let's see if I can find that.
Good,
if you can link it, that would help.
That would be interesting. Let's see.
Let me double check it first.
Yeah, I have a lot of clips for Suwako today. Hopefully I can get through all of them. They're comprised of effort from Gutman and Lily herself.
Here. This one?
Has Lily even seen them?
If you notice at the end of the clip, you notice how Suwako can just fly out of certain strings like that? You can use that to your advantage on correct reads and pretty much get like a border escape-free escape. So your the video's not even up.
Yeah, the combination of Suwako's very high jump and her ability to like basically infinitely reset her flight gives her decent air defense against characters with really weak air pressure.
There. Just repeat it after 50. It's just 50 to 53. But if you noticed how Suwako just flew out. Go back to 50.
Okay.
You can do stuff like that. You can just fly out like that and prevent a lot of ups.
That sounds pretty useful.
Oh wait. Yeah. Flying doesn't really have a startup from what I'm seeing. It's pretty fast.
It's really fast, but it has a really long recovery. So there's
okay.
Suwako's general game plan is she has really big and strong moves, but a terrible recovery. So that's even more so why you want to always land stuff. Like, if you throw something out, you have to land it. Don't just throw stuff out for the sake of throwing it out.
Yes, and even if you land it sometimes, you can screw up your cancels.
Suwako.
So, from what I am generally understanding, Suwako is a character that has a huge recovery on a lot of things. So you have to either land cancel or skill cancel. or just cancel something to get out of.
Suwako is excessively committal, is what I would call her.
Yeah, pretty much.
I see.
That's a
I mean,
good description.
I would say that's pretty much right. People really usually talk about the JD or it's really hard to beat and stuff, but that move, if not, if it whiffs,
is like minus 70 or something.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Like, unless you are over the health bar, you just fall down completely and you are constantly in recovery. Yeah, exactly.
Block when you land.
Yes.
Block.
Even on right block, it's got like 20 frames of landing recovery, so they just walk up and jab you.
I mean, you can usually cancel.
On right block, you can cancel the bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's why you generally want to cancel it, or if you whiff, you're kind of like you just sit there and just kind of cry.
So before moving to a more general view of the entire character, so basically to beat Suwako, you want to make her whiff everything, right? Pretty much.
Pretty much. That's a very good way of Suwako.
So hopefully you people heard this. Just make her whiff JD, then punish JD.
Easier said than done.
Because I know, but people really don't seem to understand that if Suwako whiffs anything, she has super minus.
Dude, I got a good tip. If you want to beat Suwako, just stand directly underneath her, because that's where JD whiffs. It has nothing to deal with you just being right under her, except for J2C, which can be great for reaction.
When you see that JD coming, just walk forward, and she can't do anything. Alternatively, you low block, and if she's really high, you can't really do anything either. But yeah, general thing right below her is really good.
Oh yeah, maybe before moving on to anything else. Suwako can, because she's a small character and she has the lily pad, she technically can abuse those things to counter people. Like, let's say someone is trying to use a 2A or a low move. You can technically just 3A lily pad, right? Theoretically speaking.
That 3A actually has a really high startup, so unless you can get like a hard read, it's not really worth it. Because a lot of times you'll just get punished instead. If they like a Yomu that's like 2A with 5A, and you lily pad on the 2A, then you'll actually get punished by the 5A because the L3 is slow.
I thought the typical button press was L5B. Because that catches most switches from a low poke to any jab.
I noticed that the hand usually whiffs. It whiffs the end. That's why I said 3A.
At certain point blank.
Just doing L44 and getting the space is usually better than anything, though.
Well, I was thinking corner. That's why I said that.
Even in corner, because the L44 has so much backdash info, you can use it in corner. A lot of stuff.
Do you have videos of escaping my dial A every single time we play? I'm really angry.
Could you pick Sanai? Pick Sanai, and then I'll show you a little bit of some stupid stuff that Suwako can do.
I mean, I was thinking about the lily pad dodging, let's say.
Okay, we're gonna get some spec action.
I was thinking about the lily pad dodging, because a lot of people usually keep doing 2As or usually do another attack that whiffs, so maybe you could do lily pad 3A and get a counter it, you know.
This sucks. This is stupid.
Sigets is already getting salty, but you need to wait up for his girlfriend to actually join this.
No.
Just watch the video.
This is the most
answer.
I hate this. I'm mad for Sanai mains by proxy. Like, just why?
So
it works on like Rainbow and Marissa too. You just wait.
It works on Aya.
Okay, I'm connecting literally now.
Oh my god.
Okay, when you're connecting, then
why?
It might be good to actually.
Real Soku podcast.
Oops.
So what are you supposed to show here? Like, give us a quick rundown what you're trying to do.
I'm mashing as fast as I can.
Oh,
just
the
L4 out of my time.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
L4 for that has. You can do stuff like that.
So in mid-screen, you should backdash on dial attacks.
Not always, it's matchup specific. Like
wow.
Mailing, it won't work.
Yo, that's for AA. I mean, for yeah, backdash.
Suwako's defense is
Like, I
insane.
tried in the corner too. Tried in the corner.
I mean, Morphman, you didn't even play Yomu versus Suwako.
Wow, you can just backdash into J5B?
Yep.
Yep. That's why it's so strong.
So L44 is cancelable into like any input. I think it's 16 frames after
So like
startup.
another one, try it again. You can also do this. You can just go straight for J6A.
That's actually like pretty unique. Not everybody has like cancels like that.
That's also pretty bullshit.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
wait.
why
So ideally, any character can
I just have my
backdash
head in my hands.
those
just,
things.
Like, I'm mad.
with backdashes, but the backdash usually don't give anything. But
Well, you
Suwako
don't get a punish. Like that's.
Well, Suwako is in the air, so she can actually do G6A and punish you. But someone like, I don't know, Yomu or Reimu don't get anything because the backdash doesn't go into anything. It's just a backdash. The closest thing to Suwako would be Suika doing backdash into a skill card, but even there, it's not that good. Interesting though.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, all you gotta do is delay it like really long.
Yeah, if you delay it like that, then the backdash info will actually end before you do anything. So the general way to deal with L44 is to like just delay your melees. If you do it too fast, that's what happens. But then if you do it really slowly, oops.
So while we are here, considering that this option seems to be pretty neutral based, I don't think you can do this in core. Maybe you can do it, but it doesn't seem correct. Let's say.
It's very usable. In fact, I believe I have a few clips of me using L4 in actual games.
So while we are here, then I suppose we can just go straight into the neutral. Like, can you explain how Suwako is supposed to play the entire neutral, trying to go into?
Yeah, what is her goal in neutral?
Yeah. Speaking, there's two styles. You have like players like Snap who like to go like this and just go for the J5 any day. Then players like me, I like to set up a zone, and I like to think that there's like think of it like this: where I'm standing here to here is a zone, and then from here to here is another zone, and this is the other zone. And what I want to do is I want to use the J22B to slowly move forward and create a zone, because anything within this L3 area is pretty much like my area. You can't do anything in there. So slowly I just keep pushing in forward and forward. Eventually they're forced to put they're forced into a really bad position where they're gonna have to waste a border escape or something. And the goal in neutral is to just simply get close to them with zone. Slowly approach them with zone.
So it feels like you basically want to play space control.
Yep, pretty much. That's pretty much how it works. Like,
do you agree, Sigets?
Oh yeah, that's like, the same stuff I try to do.
Yep.
The difference in our playstyle is mostly pressure based, and it's all based around swamp. Because I abandon Cloud as soon as I like draw swamp, so I don't get to move forward with Cloud, but I move forward with L5C and J6C instead, which are more fleeting, but I mean, they still cover you. It's just you have to make use of them immediately. You can't be like as liberal with D22.
Yeah, and look at how high she jumps in a high jump. It's super high.
Well, you can get easily above any other character.
So I would like to say,
you don't want to air dash really quickly, because if you do something like that, you're like stuck in the air. So what you want to do is you want to wait a bit and then just start air dashing, so you can kind of cancel your dashes.
I see.
You can have full air dash like that.
Most trucks I see usually try to dash forward right after high jumping, and they get punished for it quite a bit.
That's one common mistake that a lot of Suwako make, is you don't want to dash forward immediately. You want to start dashing when they start dashing. You want to play very reactively, not very you don't want to be the aggressor, or else you're generally gonna lose the advantage.
So if you try to be to play like any rushdown character, you will get your ass kicked.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, look at the startup of this. At I'll use J6A as soon as I finish the high jump, but if you look at that, any J5A will beat that. Let's do it at one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, that's pretty.
That's kind of what happens. it's a really slow startup, so you can't really do much about it. Suwako, you want to use your range. You never want to be point blank. Even when you're doing pressure, like, can you block in the corner really quick? Like, being right here is a very bad position. You want to be generally, like, far enough out here. Only time you should actually ever get close is, like, to G5A, and then you want to create more distance, kind of like Alice, I guess.
I see.
Being too close is really, really bad.
So,
what happened is,
good.
mash me out here.
So I guess if you're too close, if you're too close, you can't really abuse some buttons like the Lilipad Far 5A.
You can't. Yeah, you can't really L5A or anything. Another thing you can kind of do for fun, this can't really be mashed out for block string wise.
And it's like super close.
Oh,
yep.
Neat.
L3 is ridiculous.
Oh jeez.
Another thing that Suwako has unique to her is her 660 is a bullet, so it's high jump cancelable. You can go like this, high jump cancel. Or even just 2-2B.
Having a high jump cancelable 660 sounds pretty busted.
It is. And it's a really good poke.
Oh, and it creates an interesting thing once you have Swamp, because when you use Swamp, you do J2C and then you do 2-2 to reset pressure. What you can do is you can do a bullet and then do J2D, and it looks just like J2C. You fall down, you do D6C under the floor, right? And then you come up and you just get a reset that way.
Wow.
Yep.
The only difference is you don't get the Swamp setup, which, I mean, that kind of sucks, but oh well.
It's all about the Swamp setup.
So,
I like Swamp a lot.
So from what I'm seeing is that Suwako has a lot of potential abuse to make the best of it.
Yeah, I would say she's arguably the character with like the most matchups in the game, or options in the game. But learning how to use them correctly is where she gets really difficult. Because this move right here can actually contest Alice. Alice F5A kind of loses to this. I should also mention that you can cancel bullets with this because it's actually
I don't think I have any bullets that actually cancel.
You can literally clap bullets away.
Yeah. Throw a bullet. Throw 5B.
Oh, it just deletes the whole thing.
Oh, that's neat.
It has density, so
everything is neat.
Well, I mean, look at that. You're literally slapping away the bullet. Damn.
Well, and yeah, so you get the kind of the spirit advantage.
These kind of things to kind of extend your distance.
I mean, if you consider this, you can play Bullet War without actually needing to use bullets.
So does the clip even work on spells? On some spells?
Well, it has a really long cooldown. Like, if you look at how long it is.
Oh, it actually does delete. Is it A density? Jesus.
Yeah, it's super dense.
Wow.
I can remove I can remove 5. Actually, I have a video, I think, of that I sent to
Sure, if you can link it.
It should be a short one.
Sigets, this isn't the time to show off your Sun Eye tech.
So basically, right now we are in the clear that Suwako wants to play a really space control based game where you use all your bullets to slowly close in on the opponent and give him less space to move around.
So not forget you want the enemy to suicide into you, so you basically don't try to throw attacks like that.
Get close to you, think of it like this: the closer they are to you, the better advantage you have.
Okay.
Except that point.
It reminds me of
it's like at this range where you're the most like you're at Suwako's mercy right here. L3A hits you if you touch any buttons. L5A will screw you up at this range. She can jump back and do jump 6A.
And then if you want to try to do anything, I can just L5A. It's really fast. It's kind of like Alice F5A.
Yeah, if she's on Lily and you're right here, you just have to block. Like, you can't do anything. River Mist screwing up the spacing, so I can't like demonstrate
River Mist is also really good because it can actually extend the hitbox for L3A. Like this. You can actually get some distance using River Mist. That's something I like to abuse a lot. It's like gain distance while River Mist, and then when you're moving backwards, you just kind of set up zone. And then when you move forward again, you just try to go for like a J5A or J8.
Oh wow, you can literally stand on the lily pad while...
Yep, you can do a lot of things on the lily pad.
Wow, River Miss B
Oh,
useful for
you know what you
once.
can do on the lily pad? Do 623.
Yeah, let's go. 6
Oh,
to 3.
wrong one. I'm bad.
You can
Just
DP
go-
on the
I'm
lily
bad.
pad.
Go
You can.
go,
I can't
go
do
underground. Just go underground and do 60.
The default DP.
That's right.
It
Oh,
pops up
Sprinkle,
on the
let's go.
lily.
Do the 6 to 3.
Oh, dude, do the 63
wow.
like on top of me. Show him how much spirit
Do
damage
it.
it does.
Do it.
Fair.
Do it.
Do it on the
Do it.
ground. Do the B version.
Yo,
Yeah, that-
it's
At that
huge.
range, it does so much. So the
Basic-
trick,
Yeah.
the trick with that move. Okay, it only does spirit damage if you hit with the leg.
Why?
What?
Can you,
Okay, no,
Here,
look
here,
at this.
Just
Can you
do
not block?
623.
It's super
block?
neat. So, the head
You wanted
is a
this?
bullet.
Oh,
The
okay.
stomach is a
That's
melee,
Oh, it's a storm, that's why.
and the leg do speed damage.
It's not really.
Wait, what?
No, it's all bullet.
It's
It's
Well,
all bullet.
bullet.
It's all
all
bullet, but
bullet.
the middle bullet doesn't do any spirit damage.
I don't know. I
That's
like the.
so pointless. What the fuck?
No, dude,
that's why,
look at the concept.
It's kind of like the Sphere Bloom Dead zones, you know?
Right
Like,
here.
sometimes you hit it good.
It's like a worse version of
That's Tessa for wanting to be random as fuck again.
Yeah,
No, you guys don't
What's
understand.
really wild is if you space it correctly and then you like land it at max rank, right? It actually just does 2 full orbs. Like it's really
Yeah.
good.
It's not
That's
random.
right.
It makes sense in the like in presentation. The move is representing a frog. So the stomach is like unblockable because the stomach. The head is a bullet because a head, and the leg
Yep.
do speed damage for some reason.
Also
It makes
shit.
sense.
You can do blocks. You can do a similar type of block string. This
Cool.
is one of the crush strings I like to do. It's like
Also, look at
if
the
you
chip
low
damage.
blocking. Low block. They're low blocking. You can go like this, go down, and then instantly burst orbs like that. Another one is if they're actually block this time. Go back to the corner.
Well, I know
Look at
you're
that.
talking about like
Look at
corner pressure right now.
Yep.
We were trying to finish
yeah,
up the
I'm gonna go
neutral.
back
Have you?
later.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we got
sorry.
lost.
Like,
in
yeah.
the-
Did we talk about everything concerning the neutral that Suwako has?
Oh,
Generally
frog
speaking,
bombs.
it's frog bomb. You can use this to kind of remove certain.
Basically,
like the way the
okay.
frog bomb works.
So
Yeah, go
so
on.
this is the difference in our playstyle because you use the cloud to cover,
Uh-huh.
and I use 6C frog bomb to do the same job. Because frog
Pretty
bomb
much.
opens up space. The only difference is frog bomb has a long fuse once it actually gets next to someone. That's the big problem
It
with it. It
depends.
takes
If it's-
forever to go off.
The way it works is if it's like if the bomb is on top of them and it's not in move, it's not moving, it won't blow up. But if it's stopped and it's there, then it will actually just blow up on the person. Not like really fast, but if it's moving, it will blow up. Kind of thing.
I see.
Another thing with what you can also do with it is you can use it during pressure, like oh we should go on with first. Never mind, sorry. Yeah, just like what Sigets just did. You can set it up and then beat them out. Okay.
It doesn't do any
It
speed
gets
damage.
used so often.
It does 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
wonder.
a similar concept like this. You put that up and then you beat them in.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's the exact same thing except with a slightly less
With a frog
effective
bomb.
bullet.
And it's more effective because it's actually a frame trap, and they can't really hide jump out of that. But then it looks really open. There's another simple bait that you can do. Suwako is very reliant on like baiting and doing stuff that shouldn't work based off of respect.
Wait though. Up to now we talk about the neutral based on spatials, you know. But what about meterless? Let's say just the neutral
Meterless?
tool. You know, like the normals, the bullets, the basic.
Well, if we start like a round, what I like to do is let's go to normal default positions.
Yeah.
What I like to do is just move up forward and sit there. So if they're gonna do it, I'll just L3A them if they try and turn around. Another thing that you can use in neutral is 6B is a good anti-air, so you can just throw it out like this. So if they try to approach you from close, you can just throw that out like that.
Oh, cool.
Another start that you can do is this is a really high density start. L5Cs have a C density of C, I think, or is it D?
It's
It does-
B1 per rock.
It's probably a B.
Yep. So you can do this, and even these kind of things will actually cancel out with Zoho 5C. It's that dense.
So pretty much try to create space while you trying to gain cards. Pretty much.
5C is basically just used to create space to set up your bombs, clouds. Yeah. It's used to set up your delayed stuff.
You can also use it as against like a rushdown. So if they're rushing you down, you just go like this. And if they ignore that, you throw another spear. And you're generally safe.
So what about the classic, typical Suwako, the one that try to fly up and do JD? I'm not joking. I'm trying to.
The thing with Suwako, if she's flying all the way up, like you only have J8A and that's it. You can like J8A maybe just like 6B or something, but if you're on the lower ground, you have a lot more options. Like you can actually get closer to them with J6A, J8A really low. Another thing that you can't do if you're really high up in the air, you can't do this. Okay,
that's rude. Don't do that.
You can do stuff like that, but in general, like think of Suwako as like a cross hitbox. Anything from just imagine her as J6A hitbox and her J8A hitbox. That's like her generalized zone that you want to play in. If you're all the way up here, you're kind of like out of that zone.
You're just abandoning her like biggest strength, which is the ability to control a fat amount of space in front of her with big hitboxes.
From what I'm seeing, though, basically you're trying to tell the Suwako player to play a more ground-based game with space control.
Yep.
Okay, right.
That is literally what I would tell other Patchouli players.
We ask on top of that, what do you do against an opponent who tries to be above you all the times? For example, some Yuyiko or Ibus who try their J2A bullshit.
Just pick this up and move forward.
I just hide in the cloud.
I mean, I will say to play a ground game with any character in any game. Ground game is really important. It's where you are 90% of the time.
Yeah, but
what
like
I do against Yuka J2A is I pick a different character because I don't like playing without Spawn.
I mean, okay, but as Suwako, how would you deal with anyone who has a playstyle that where their goal is to be above you?
Cloud is basically your only.
Cloud is pretty much like what you do. You set up the cloud, and one thing you can do is if they mess up or anything, you can use this for an anti-air. You can also throw this as an anti-air.
That alt skill.
Oh, what about the classic Daypad 3A? Huge.
L3, it's really slow. Like if it's against like Iku or Yuyiko, the hitbox is actually smaller, and you actually cannot win. You'll actually lose in terms of hitbox wars.
Wait, that loses to Yuko J2A?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, okay, I shouldn't be surprised at this point.
That's why she's S tier for a reason.
One of my favorite things to do is to come up with a J5A. That's the only other thing I can think of usually.
One thing that I like to do is if they throw like a bullet, like if you throw a bullet, 99% of the time they're gonna high jump. So what I do instead is as soon as they throw the bullet, I jump, and then I go straight for G6A because you get a little bit of a momentum boost, and you can use that to abuse like high jumps.
I use the only other thing I use to counter like jump ins because I don't use Cloud is straight up jump A. You saw that a lot during the opening games because you can kind of mask the really long startup during the jump because you can use it really like super early because it hits 4 times and lasts forever.
And don't forget that Suwako also has this option. This is a surprisingly good anti-air if they're just trying to like go in with a J5A. Like a lot of removes like to come in really slowly, like with range. If they do that, you can just abuse them and just outrange them.
Smack them out of the sky.
Instead. Yeah.
6A is actually pretty big.
It's really big.
So, I guess neutral is pretty well explained overall. I mean, in the general ideas at least. Basically, don't do JD, try to play a more
well, I mean, it's not don't do
JD.
JD.
Don't do it. It's use it as in neutral. It's used as a gimmick.
Okay, use it wisely.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wisely. So there are reasons to use it,
when it
but
counts.
It's not like when you're just flying around.
I mean, it's a tool. You should use your tools correctly.
Like
what about now? So we get a general idea of neutral. So what about pressure. We know your pressure is pretty unique. It's not just 5AA,
Before you go into like display performances on Suwako pressure, give me a theoretical approach to what Suwako wants to do in pressure.
What Suwako wants to do in pressure is make your opponent escape. Remember how it's always going to go back to making your opponent suicide? You want them to escape. That's what you want them to do. And what you want to do is you want to beat them into escaping and use a really big hitbox. Because Suwako has a really hard time pushing, as you saw with my games with Sigets. If you want to...
Well, she's a hard time crushing meterless. She's got a few setups with like 2-card and 4-card that do decent spirit damage.
But in general, if you're going meterless pressure, it's really hard not just to get a crush. Like, this is kind of like an example of what Suwako likes to do. Like, this is like the basic string, right? But then most people always like the J5B. That's something you don't want to do or deal with, so every time I use 5A, I only use Dilate. I never use 5B because it's really open if you do that. Another thing that you can do is like, you go like this, 5B, 5B again, and then you J8A because they see a second 5B and they're like, oh, it's open. And then you just hit them with the J8A. So the general game plan is you want them to escape so you can hit them out of it.
So it feels like you want to play a frame trap EV game,
yeah,
right?
Pretty much.
I see.
So, it's
so it's the classic old mix-ups. I'm doing JAA by B, but oops, tricked you. It was JAA.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I see.
What?
Yeah, pretty much. Like here's an example of another string that I use occasionally. I don't really use it very often, but oops.
Let's see.
I do something like that. Because what people like to do is they try to I jump 9 into you, and they forget that Suwako herself has a hitbox. So
oh, neat.
What you want to do is you make it look very open by using only one hit, and then you hit them with a J8A. Because they think it's gonna be like really open, but then they just eat something instead.
Pretty good usage of the Suwako.
Yep, and that's why you can do stuff like these kind of pressures where you just... I know you saw me do this against Sigets. I just go like this and sit in front. Because if they escape, then I get like a free hit, but then they're very scared of it. So that's how you kind of force respect, kind of thing.
So you explain pretty well the tools, and even aspect of Soku pressure, where you try to just bait people into not the obvious but the unique, like different approaches. But
that's your general game plan, but obviously you have backup plans.
Right.
Like you have, it's always good to have like a spirit orb kind of breaking thing, cause say like you're just locking them down and they're gonna start respecting everything because you know that the way to beat Suwako is to block. What you can do is do stuff like burst orb pressures. Like look at 5B and look at how much orb damage it does.
Let's see.
Oops. You can do stuff like this. It does a lot of orb damage. It does exactly 1 orb. So stuff that you can do is like you can go 4AAA and then 5B.
Oh, that's like that's some Yukari tactic right there. You bait people with 4A and then you just throw out the 5B. Suddenly they eat a full orb of damage.
That's one of the things that Suwako can do. Another thing that Suwako can do is look at the difference between these. This is a charge 6C. Now this is a charge 5A. Notice how they have the same startup?
Oh,
one of them is cancelable. Oh, oops.
The mind games.
You can do this. So you can actually continue pressure. And you can just break it out like that. Or you can just go for F5A, which has a huge hitbox.
Oh man. That's neat. That's neat. That's
really sick. Have the best meterless pressures.
That's really good usage of mind game at really basic level. Neat. Good stuff. Yeah, no, I think this is a really good explanation of how Soku pressure should be done on any character. Like,
generally.
a lot of people tend to do the 5AA, 6A3A stuff, but this is the kind of stuff I like to see, like usage of unexpected things, let's say.
I mean, so to be fair, Suwako still kind of has stuff with like 3A and 6A.
Right. She does, yeah.
Okay, so something that's really notable that we didn't discuss is that Suwako can dash cancel her bullets on the Lily.
Yeah.
It's not
So,
like
like,
it's not exceptionally good, but you can do what since 3A puts you on Lily, you can do stuff like go block over here. And
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Something like
Wait,
wait.
wait.
Yeah.
You can jump forward from lily pad after a bullet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or
Yeah.
back.
That's unique as hell.
You can also do like certain okisemes. Like, let me show you like one of the okisemes I like to do.
You're gonna knock me down. You can do like 6A
Yeah.
or something.
I'll just 6A. One
The
thing I
knockdown
like to do
okizeme.
is charge 5B and then move backwards.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
nobody wants
okisemes you
to
can do.
block a charged 5B, so they're gonna
Yeah.
check out.
So if they do that, if they try to stay, you can also go like that.
Ah, the classic. I like it.
So,
No, so you
think of it
have
like
the
another
you have
dash.
either the J5A option, or you cancel into J6A.
Pretty much.
Fuck
This reminds me.
Suwako.
This reminds me of the same tech I do as you, where I do a okizeme bullet, then follow up from the bullet or just.
And then like some really great tech out. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, I did it too long.
No,
back.
if you want to do that one, you have to actually J5A first.
Is it J5A
Like
on Suwako? Because
yeah,
it's just J6A
J5A
on
on
some
Suwako.
people.
Like
Typhoon.
Oh god, Typhoon.
Knockdown.
That
Knock
just
down!
happened.
Just knock down someone! No, no!
What spell? What the fuck?
Oh no!
I need this
Even I
help.
tapped that wrong. That's why you want to put a bullet in front. Or alternatively.
So from what I'm seeing, pretty much every basic tool is really good if you think correctly about using them. But is there any like unique tools for pressure, like skill cards or spell cards or whatever?
Oh, you know what else is unique in her normals? We didn't even mention it. Her forward walk makes her airborne.
Oh yeah, you can do pressure like that. So you can use it without without using an air dash. You can just go like this. So you go like,
Right.
and you just have like a fake 3 air dashes.
Where you like from this distance, you can just straight up do this. And you can do it out of
Yeah,
walk, and it's
like-
actually lower than doing it out of jump.
Music asks, how do you cancel with the 2SC?
So yeah, what about unique skills or unique spell cards that add pressure?
Adds pressure. The most basic one is. Let me charge this a meter. How's this gonna even work?
While she's charging
my
meter,
God.
there's one thing I want to mention about Suwako pressure. It's that the
It
mix up
charges your meter really fast.
when trying to get out of Suwako pressure, I almost always have trouble
Oh
because
my God, are you
what I look
serious?
for is like the J6A, and I always border escape the fourth hit of J6A, and I feel like that's my only option to escape Suwako pressure. Is there anything else that I should be like looking for?
Generally our 8J8, like if I
Block J
if I go,
low and border it, and then you're
you
free.
can do that. Or another thing is if I go like really let me get a good precise one. If you go like
Border
that and
escape
try to
J,
jump out, I
J6C.
can,
Oh, yeah.
if I do this too high, and if you notice how it went too high, you can just jump out like that. But if I do it really low, you can't really you can do stuff like that.
Well,
kind of.
Suwako kind of can't, 'cause she's got the lily. So if it was another character, it would.
Yeah, if it was another character, it would have worked. But generally you want to be very precise with it. Oh my god. You want to be precise with the J8 jumps. If you see her like do it a bit too high, then you can just jump out of it with no problem.
Oh, so she
kinda like,
the Suwako would have to have good timing and basically instant air.
Yeah, pretty much.
Considering a lot of Suwakos use J6C to do pressure, if you border escape there, you are basically free, right?
Oh my god, are you serious? Look at all these cards. I have like terrible meter. I wanna get the I wanna get the rings first. Oh, is this a wrong
Oh yeah,
deck?
rings. Oh man,
Yeah,
rings.
let me,
Augment pressure is so good.
Yeah.
So the
You
big
mean
thing
the
with rings-
helicopter? Or do you mean
Yeah.
the spell cards?
Suwako rings. No,
623
the
spin. The helicopter.
The helicopter, it adds a lot of damage, and it's one of your best pressure tools because you can actually reset a border escape catch after missing. Let me find it.
Resetting
Also,
pressure on a
you can,
whiff of a skill? That sounds insane.
Not with, but it's really generally safe. Like, if you can, since you can land cancel it. Oh my god.
It's gonna happen again,
My
I
luck
guarantee
is
it.
terrible. Can you block?
I suppose.
Shoot the bullets. They do more speed. I mean, God.
You can use it to show off some
I
good
swear to
tricks.
god. Why is this not working? Oh my god, are you serious?
Oh man, why do
Sad.
Where
This is the system deck Suwako.
This is
someone
why,
give us the practice mode?
Actually, that makes me ask. So I see you're a Tango
Oh, there
fan
it
in
is.
Suwako.
Okay, so what? You know how Zero mentioned that you can use the only border escape area is like J6A. Well, you can kind of mask that with that and instantly cancel into F5A.
Yeah, see, that's the mix-up. Like, if they have the Alt 623 and I border escape J6A, like, I almost always get hit by that.
And one common spot that people like to beat is like a backwards G5A. So let me okay you first and attack out. Let me hit you and attack out.
Oh, okay.
Let me hit you and attack backwards. One thing that I like to wow. Oh whatever. Imagine if you
Suwako's
just step
tiny.
out like that.
Wait,
Yeah.
you can just sit on
You
Lily
can,
for a second.
Yep. You can also just backdash like
Oops,
this.
I jumped. Okay.
You can use that to get closer. And after you do that... oops.
This is super rough, hold on.
Oh my god.
Suwako, movement, real good. Okay, don't
Classic
move.
Suwako.
Oh, Tempest.
Tempest
Wow,
Stuff
so
like
you
that.
can... Okay, so it's backdash J5A into Alt 623, and then you can just 2A, 4A?
Oh, my
Oh
god.
yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
way too often happen. That's
I do that a
pretty
lot.
cruel.
Oh, oops. And look how far it pushes you back.
Hold on, let me get over you and then
Let me,
crouch block.
okay, let me go like this. Okay, there you go. Look how far it pushes you back. You're pretty much in corner if you're like doing that.
So it corner
So, like-
carries.
Yeah, it literally corner carries you. That's one thing you can do, and what did
Wow.
that click?
Damn.
Wow, Coco.
You get pretty
Look
good
out.
land cancels, I see.
So, ow.
Is there any spell card that you want to use in pressure?
And pressure,
Forgettable.
I mean, you don't have to showcase
The
it, but
card?
if
Yeah,
you
the
can
card
like
card.
use spell cards in pressure, like how does it usually apply? And what's the kind of orb damage we're looking at?
You wanna... The thing with if we're talking about like tall characters, if you use the J2C 4 card setup, the long limbs, you can actually crush them from 5 orbs. I believe
Wait,
I
what?
sent you a video regarding it.
5 orbs, what?
Yeah, 5
Hold on.
orbs.
Block for me for now, I'm gonna build some meter too.
Spooky.
There should be a that I believe I sent Zero a video.
It's gonna be kind of hard
using
finding
a
it.
4 card. Let me go find it really quick. Sigets.
Okay, I'll build meter this way.
Okay, while Sigets
See?
builds
Oh, here it is.
meter and then Lily finds the video. I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
It is a
Oh,
word
you
from
got
our
it already.
sponsors.
Okay.
Okay.
You can... I'll explain when the video goes on.
Why don't we have sponsors? God dang.
Wow, Sigets.
What?
Okay, you can build meter now.
The slowest meter building in history.
Oh, here we go, okay.
Just to dilate, lol.
This is what I wanted.
Okay, notice how you can use it to land cancel your 5 belly.
I'm
Wow.
not gonna
That's
land
the 4
cancel
bar
it.
I'm
I'm
talking
terrible at
about.
land canceling.
The
Is
5
that
bar
legal?
cancel.
Wow.
Yeah, it's legal.
Let me see again.
Chasers.
So
Yo,
much damage.
It's
that's
a lot of for orb damage.
that's not okay. Oh wow.
It's that's why I like using her 4 card a lot.
Neat.
And then you also have her 4 card whatchamacallit, her 4 card frog split. You can use it in the air, and if they're at like about 2 orbs or so, you can generally get a crush.
I want to do the 2-card thing, but it's Sun Shower.
That's Sunshine.
I guess the 2-card is used the most for pressure, because the other one costs quite a bit.
I don't think Lily uses the 2-card.
I don't use too much. It's the value of it is pretty low in my opinion, but that's very subjective.
Just block high for me for a second.
Hold on. 7 minutes. Seconds. Okay, here's another. Let me link you another video. You can go.
Oh, is it time? Okay.
Hold on. Okay, there we go. Go. That's another usage of it that you can do. And it's very cancelable with 5A.
And then you get a mix-up afterwards, because you get far A versus 6A, and then that puts it at 5 orb damage.
Advanced pressure.
But it doesn't seem like Suwako deals a lot of spirit damage.
Sadly.
You put up the video that I put?
Yes, of course.
So this is a video against Supar. Where,
Okay, there you go.
You can kind of see how you can use the 4-card in pressure. Since they're out of orbs, you can use it to crush them when they're about 2 orbs.
So
that crushed pretty fast, actually.
If they don't have orbs, they can dash away, basically, right?
If they have orbs, yeah. But then, generally, if they have they're really high in the air, they have 1.5 orbs or so, they'll actually run out of orbs by the time they can escape, which usually leads into a crush.
So I will say, up to now, the pressure seems to be pretty strong if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, pretty much. So the pressure is really strong as long as you can kind of keep it up and know what you're doing, because she has so many things you can do. It's just a matter of use one.
So you have so many options that sometimes it's basically.
Yeah, in other words, you can't really flowchart Suwako.
So we did cover a lot of our pressure just now, but there was also neutral. But there's one thing we're lacking, and it's her defense.
On the opposite end of pressure, you have defense. Yeah, so
Well, at the beginning you showed us.
We went over with the L44 already. That's one of our best defense moves.
Right.
I do believe I have the picture or the videos that I sent. Because Suwako, as you saw, Suwako can use 6B very advantageously. And it's very good against certain skills such as our Yuyuko. Because what you can do is you can actually mix them up by doing 6PE and then 8PE afterwards. I don't have a video.
So even by escaping you can still...
You can border escape forward and upwards, so it kind of throws them off. Another thing that you can do is say they're doing... they're doing pressure on you, say they're doing pressure up here, then you can actually just, when they throw a bullet, you can just go behind them and put up oh god. You can put up a geyser. You go in and then you go up behind them, put up a geyser, and you can actually cross them up like that. And you can do a combo from there.
I forgot Suwako's D6 is just so troll. Just go under anything.
Pretty much.
So when it comes to defense, I mostly think about corner pressure. How do you escape corner pressure? Do you have options?
Well, she already has the lily pad, at least.
It's a lily pad, pretty much. Sigets, can you play Yuyuko?
I can't play Yuyuko at all.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah,
Marisa, anyone that has low attack?
Suwako can do stuff
Suwako can jump over Marisa buttons.
what Suwako can do is she can mix up 6B and HAP. Oh, oops. You can go like that. Or you can also mix it up. I'm bad. I'm bad. Do your third dial A. You can go like that. You can mix it up like that, and then just kind of throw them off.
Whoa.
That's her best defensive option. Another thing is you can just, if you know they're gonna put a bullet forward, you can just cross them up like that. Generally speaking, you don't really want to.
You can also cancel backdash on the floor in the same way you just did forward dash. And it's interesting because the backdash on the ground has a few frames of start of invincibility. It's really like not much.
It's enough to make it stupid though.
Yeah, you can sneak through a few things, and then if you got like either swamp or any other move that pops you up, you can get out of some things free.
And then another thing you can do is if they're trying to put like an air unblockable on you, say you're in the air, you can just throw down a J2B. That's like an anti-air unblockable.
Just high jump J5C, my dude.
Yeah, you can do that. It's really good. You can do stuff like that.
It's so fast.
It's really fast, yeah. Like if you're knocked down, if you're knocked down, what you can knock me down? What you can do is you can go in the corner, and then J5B if you think they're gonna high jump punish you, and if you know they don't like the high jump punish you, just jump down into J2B. But yeah, it's their general defensive options. They're not really, honestly speaking, they're not really that good. It's better to just block on the lily pad and try to like border escape. But if you can get the opportunities, it's very good to utilize them.
Does Suwako have any reversal spell cards or skills or anything?
Reversal spells. You got the 3-card frog.
She has a 3-card frog, which is it's not really good because only the inner hitbox. You know how like the other one has like that spirit damage hitbox? That equivalent is the only melee hitbox, and everything else is bullet.
Oh, damn. Strange.
So it's not really that good. I did mention that the 4-card limbs is also reversal, so you can use that.
I guess she doesn't have any skill reversal.
Yeah, no skill reversals.
Oh yeah, she doesn't have any of those. You don't get to PP. You don't get to have DPs.
Well, I thought the purple aura that she puts up is a DP.
No, it's not.
Oh wow, okay.
It's just a big box.
If it was, I'd be using it.
Do you get any something that lets you escape or move away from the corner safely or something?
You can use swamp to pop up out of the ground after forward or back dashes.
The only thing you can really do is just forward dash like that and escape certain pressures, but aside from that, not really.
I see.
That's one of her weaknesses with her movement, that she can't really forward dash.
Well, you can't forward dash till you take swamp, and even then it's still kinda... It's really risky.
Yeah, it's like you have to do forward dashes in 2 steps while everyone does it in 1.
Yup. Everything is reversal.
Okay.
Brave enough.
So I feel like we kind of went pretty wild on the practical presentation of Suwako. So let's just. I think we can just talk about the remaining skill and spell cards you wanted to talk. So is there anything on both of those that we're missing?
One of our alt skills is called is the Jades. Let me link it to Zero Fuse. This one is the Jades. Go on.
Oh, and obviously you don't need to talk about every single spell card, skill card. Just the one you feel that are the most important. Okay, yeah.
This one, we already talked about the rings. The lasers is simply it's just another bullet. That's really the easiest way to put it. You need it against Yukari, but against any other matchup, it's kind of meh. As regards for the alt Jades, the Jade spell it has a really long startup, but the reward is really good. And if it's above level 3 or 4, it actually starts scattering onto the ground. So it has a really long duration. And it does a surprisingly large amount of orb damage, as you'll see in next few videos.
Oh yeah, that's where you get your meterless orb damage right there.
Yeah.
But you give up your melee catch on 236, so it's kinda...
It's a gamble, I see.
Yeah.
Where's the video?
Wow.
Really? Here you go.
That's some dense bullet.
Yeah, it's a bullet, and I think the other one, which has the amount of orb damage it does. It does a lot of orb damage if you can do it right.
It looks like a good
Flash.
skill.
It's good for it's okay,
What
it's like
the
a jack of all trades. Jack of all trades.
What now? What did you mean?
Jesus Christ!
What the hell?
Yeah,
The orb
it's a
damage!
lot of orb damage.
Real shit going on, yo!
That's literally 2 orbs in one go.
It's pretty wild.
Man, if you respect like 5 seconds, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your character.
Suwako's very good at respecting people, so if you can use that correctly, you can generally like get really fast crushes.
It's kind of interesting though, because I rarely see any Suwako use this alt skill. That's always...
It's very matchup situational. Like her dive is generally just better in general because you have like several combos that lead with your dive. The dive is like half a gimmick, I guess. But it's one of those gimmicks that actually work, unlike the 2-3-16s.
Okay.
And you need the dive to do the 2-card water
Yeah.
spout thing,
Oh.
so I keep
There's
it.
a lot. You lose a lot of utility. Like it's utility versus damage. J-bars does a lot of damage, but you lose that on the dive utility.
It's like the classic situation where a certain skill card has a really good synergy with pretty much anything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And losing that is pretty detrimental.
No, seeing all that orb damage and the fact that it's so dense, it's pretty interesting.
Well, there's a
scary.
good argument to be made that Jade is a really good alt skill. I was experimenting with it for a while, and I found that having dive generally made pressure stronger than getting the extra orb damage, just because she's so
Yeah.
based around those kinds of reads. Because you can do like jump 8A into dive and catch border escapes and stuff, and it's just pretty safe.
But it's generally good against like against characters who don't really have much spread orbs or spread bullets. Like let's say Mei-Ling. Use that against Mei-Ling, and she's gonna have a very hard time against you.
By the way, going back to Suwako, like Dial 8, if you wrong block the last hit of Dial 8, doesn't it crush?
It's auto crush. Yep. It's auto
Jeez,
crush.
yeah. Like, there's so much to Suwako that just bothers me. But she's D tier. Like, she's low tier. I don't get it.
Okay,
I don't understand it.
Okay, Swako's entire gameplay is a gimmick. She herself is a huge gimmick.
Well,
But
I
then
can
there's
say
so
that's
many-
wrong.
There's so many gimmicks that you can't really tell which gimmick she's gonna use, and that's why that's where her strength comes from.
Wait. Instead of gimmick, can we say that she's a technical character? Like she has many
Okay,
options.
fine.
That's pretty
She has
much.
many options, but there's a lot. Well, the reason I call it a gimmick is because she does a lot of things that shouldn't work, but works because simply her moveset automatically forces respect. Some
And people in
tend
Soku don't want to respect.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like it's wrong. I just don't like the way he presented. I mean,
We're dying here.
Sure can't get sleep.
I mean, that's just how I work. Okay, so overall, even being a bottom tier or whatever, it seems that you get quite the tools to work with. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. We got sidetracked because I asked that. Like, I'm just so bothered by Suwako's tier placement
okay.
sometimes. But I think Sigets did have a couple alt skills he wanted to talk about today.
Oh, I just wanted to talk about Swamp really quick. Just to point out like the few strengths it has to offer.
She's the swamp.
What?
It's the
You go ahead.
correct?
Okay, so the big strength of Alt 2 Swamp is that it slows movement, and that when you pop out of the ground with it, it resets your air dashes. So basically, you can do low air dash pressure that's a little more wild. Like you can do higher up stuff into like J2B, and then do J2C and pop out with the Swamp and have your air dashes back.
Pretty much.
So it opens up more pressure routes, but you lose your really dense bullet that you sit in to move forward.
You
Oh
have
yeah,
to find
the
different
shortened ground
playstyle
tech
for
too.
it.
Yeah, here's Blaze. Blaze coming in strong, remembering something I forgot. So it shortens ground techs too when they tech through the swamp, and you can set it up by just doing like backdash into swamp.
Yeah,
And
I've always like undervalued like the swamp. Like I always I underestimate it really. When I see it out there, I'm just like, oh okay, it's just fucking swamp. I'll high jump out or something.
Yeah, but it slows you so much, like laterally. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The fortunate thing is you can kind of make up for losing the cloud with frog bombs. It's not as good, but it's okay.
It's not the best, but it's good in it's good in matchups where you don't use defaults.
Well, it's
If
good
you
in
need your
matchups where you don't
default,
need the
shouldn't.
density. Is
Yeah.
the thing.
Much. But if you need that density, then well, you're really screwed.
The unfortunate thing is that's like almost all the matchups. Is where you just need the
Pretty
cloud.
much. It's good.
Like Swamp is super cool theoretically, but then you run into the issue where you need the dense cloud to move up at all.
Can't you use another skill to replace the density? Like,
It's just frog bombs.
it's tricky.
Bombs. And the other skill, you can use lasers, I guess, but it still is a very fundamental.
You lose Copter if you do that though, and Copter it makes that playstyle so much stronger. Like you build on it, you take Swamp and Copter, and then suddenly your pressure is absolutely ridiculous, because then you have Copter coming down after double air dash strings, or you can drop with J2C and come up with Swamp again.
And while you're on that skill, why don't we start talking about that Alt 63? The Copter.
The laser? The Copter? Didn't we talk about it already?
Well, we kind of not during the game, I don't know.
We kind of
did further.
Well, the thing about, I believe I showed some pressure options with the Copter. One thing you can do is, you can actually use it to end combos, like an extra, 500 damage, which is a lot. That, you can make, a 2.1k combo, do, 2.7k, do it right. It's just a generally good catch. The Copter alone does, 1.4, so it does a lot of damage.
I'm thinking something here. Oh yeah.
Oh, and Rock Copter just knocks down too. You can't really tech it. It just sends you straight to the floor.
In certain cases, if it's too high, you can actually get, but you generally have enough time to change during then. One thing people don't really realize is you can actually combo after a Copter, as long as the distance is high enough. But yeah, there's stuff like that.
So I was thinking something. I had two questions about ski cards, pretty much. So one was about the default 6-3. I know, I really like that. Really, I don't see it used enough. Yeah, on paper it seems so good. It seems also so interesting. So, can you give me a general rundown, why it's not used, why it should be used, why it shouldn't be used?
It's a sprinkle gimmick.
Yeah, the only reason why it's not used is because her other suits are just better.
Oh, the classic scenario. Okay.
Yeah. Because Suwako, she already has plenty of ground moves, especially with 2-2 and stuff. But then if you're using a lot of ground moves and you don't have any aerial moves, it kind of unbalances the set.
I see.
Your best aerial moves, other alts, unfortunately. I'm not saying the bot is bad, but the other ones just outshine it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
The really big issue though is that it doesn't get a hitbox increase till I think rank 2.
Yeah, there's
and
that too.
At rank 0 and rank 1 it's so small, and the area that actually does the 1 orb of spirit damage is super tiny.
I think it gets bigger on level 1.
I'm not sure because I don't really level it. But one thing that I should also mention is that if you look at most of Suwako's combos generally tend to end there. So, and Sigets is a group move, so you will rarely see any, you'll rarely see, like, any usage of it, even if you run it. Simply because you can't really combo with it. You can't use it to combo anything, and you can't use it to end anything.
I thought it got bigger at rank 2 and the spirit damage increased at 2, 3, or at 3 and 4. I might be wrong, but...
I'm not entirely sure, but...
I don't know, I just like the concept of the card. It looks interesting.
Good, yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
It's a cool card.
Unfortunately, Copter is on the same slot and is better in almost every way.
Actually, this connects to something else I wanted to say, but before moving to 6-3 into the other concept I want to talk, you talk about the Swamp and the 2-2 Cloud, and those two have the side effect of giving the opponent this aura of side effects, let's say.
Oh, the curses.
Yeah, I don't see those used in any way. Well, okay, they aren't that good, but mostly the green one gives a sun shower effect. I don't see that used enough. It seems so good in paper.
It's used pretty often.
The issue is it's inconsistent when it pops up, but when it actually does pop up, like, the situation you get after it is usually just a straight mix-up, like J6A versus J8A after a block 2-2 when it's leveled, will sometimes result in a green curse and then a crush.
Yep, and the thing with, the good thing about 2 is that you can actually, like, during pressure and connect pressure, like a J8A, and if they wrong block that, it can generally lead to a rush. Let me link another video. Videos.
You're stacked with videos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, and then if you have Swamp and you keep them inside it on the out tech, and you get Green Curse, you have like a 5-way mix-up. It's absolutely ridiculous. You have cross, uncross, and then high-low, and then you can just do a bullet.
Yep, pretty much.
Like it's just stupid to block against when you actually get the green one, and especially since it shortens your out tech, you're already closer to the corner. So even if she doesn't crush you, she's already pushing you even closer to the corner.
Video?
No video yet?
Zero Fuse was too busy posting.
He's doing t-shirt posting.
Shit posting is more important.
Zero Fuse asleep on the job.
Well, he's asleep, he's active.
And I'll mention that this combo that I'm about to... This thing I'm about to link is... It's a block string that I use very often.
Ooh.
You can do stuff like that.
Fancy.
Alternatively, you just go for 6E instead. But you have a 2-way mix that, or generally a throw instead of bullet.
Obviously, that's basically RNG.
Neat.
Yeah. And even if you don't put the RNG, you can still control pressure because it's straight.
Well, I want to talk about the curses because part of the... I believe it's a part of Suwako game plan, but it doesn't seem to be considered much, or also it's kind of say. Back to the 6-3, so one of the reasons why I like the move so much is because it's iron blockable. I really like iron blockables in this game because for me it makes part of like huge damage or huge reward for tricking the opponent into taking wrong. And Suwako, she gets iron blockable into the 5 card. So because we wanted to talk about the 5 card, tell me about the 5 card.
5 card is okay. This is what you literally call theatrical material. It's actually terrible when it's used practically because, okay, for if you combo it, it does like 3.4k damage. You can get more damage off that. If you can get more damage than that using like 4 cards, over 4 cards do like way more than a 5 card does. And the only other thing is if you crush into it, then it does like 6k or something, but that's really hard to do.
String into it with frog bombs.
Yeah, I can do that too.
As I said... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, if you can do like 5 card. Actually, let me actually find it. I had a combo video which actually had them. Oh god, more videos.
The problem is that I don't combo into this card is hard. I remember trying to see where you could combo this card. You can combo this from 6C. The problem is that you have to instant cancel 6C into the 5 card, so it's kind of dumb.
A lot of stuff has to be instant cancelled, so it has to be on a Punisher or Read. And even then setting it up is really hard because they have to be on the wall for it to work.
Yes.
Video by the way. The video right there should show like several different terms, and there's one practical term that you can use where it involves J2A cross-up. If you do J2A cross-up into it, and it casts the 5 card, you can actually combo it for like key damage.
Oh.
It's not the best, but I wouldn't use 5 cards for that, but it looks very fancy. So it's just material.
Might you say it's neat?
The only way I found out to use this card in the way I like it was from 6 to 3 iron blockable. The idea of doing whatever, having them air attack into the 6 to 3 iron blockable, then do the 5 card, it's like huge damage.
Unfortunately, Suwako doesn't really have those. Because one thing she lacks is the air unblockables. Like, you can occasionally get an air unblockable here and there with an FIV, but that's generally not very often.
I don't know, but I like to believe there is a setup to stuff always somewhere hiding.
One thing I like to do is you know, like if you see for one of brushes, it's kind of like how Soku says 6 for like when you have one brush them without the order escape. You can use the same except do it 5 cards.
This is just me or is Lily cutting off a little bit here?
Me too. Oh yeah. I also found out that. Okay, I also found out a really stupid thing. For some reason, Sanae has such a awful hurt box that she gets hit by the 5 card way more than any other character for some reason. I don't know why. She's just easier. Yeah, she's just easier to combo into this card. Like other character will not fall for the same combo. So if you do, I think
there's several situationals with like the 5k BNB situational that she has is Raisin and Aya specific.
Damn.
And yes, she has a 5k combo, but it's kind of RNG reliant. Her default, whatchamacallit, 4k BNB is, you can use it on like Sanae, Amelia.
I see.
Like half the cast.
So you did your homework, neat. Because
I've been playing this game for about almost
I know, but
so.
It's so annoying to do that. Like when there is character specific, you have to go through the entire cast of character and see if it works on everyone. It's so boring. I did it for Yomo and for some moves, and it's just boring. Oh jeez. So yeah, I don't know. I like the card. Basically, the Shun Kusatsu Soku form, and it's cute. It's strong too. You can even use it to punish DPs and whatnot. So I guess there's that.
One swag thing you can do is like if they're about to try, if you know they're running like a Hangeki on you, you can actually J2A behind it.
Oh. Wait.
You can J2A behind a Hangeki.
Really? Oh.
I don't have any clips of it, but I've done it a few times.
Disgusting.
That sounds pretty cool for the edit.
Oh, that's amazing. Hopping frog.
Wait. Actually, can you... Does the 5 card have any invincibility?
No, it doesn't.
You can't use the 5 card against...
No, it's
it's not
Fantasy
cool like
Heaven.
Fantasy Heaven.
I love how we said the same thing.
I like to do to bait people into Angeki into reversals. It's fun.
Yeah, you can do that with a 4 card. 4
okay.
card limbs. Since that's a reversal, that's something you can do.
I see.
Are there any other spell cards that you did want to make mention of before we move on to matchups?
Her 4-card is her 4-card Snake. It does a deceptively large amount of damage. That's like the only thing I can really mention about it, but it's actually worth running. Like if you do L3 A4 card, it'll do like 4.5k damage or so.
Wow. It's one of the spells you can actually connect out of a far Aaron block too.
It's really good. But it also has the problem of limited usage. But
overall,
that's really it.
Okay. So, we don't have anything else about skill cards and spell cards. I guess then we could just... I mean, if there is nothing else, we can just move on the general approach for matchups, because, that's important.
I mean, we could have talked about all the default skills, since, well, those are part of our default kit. But, I mean, I don't know, it's up to you. Do you want to give us a quick rundown of the default skills, or should we run right into matchups?
I think we kind of ran through most of them. The only one we didn't touch on was 2-1-4.
The Geyser. The Geyser's kind of self-explanatory.
Use it to rise out of the floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did show a bit of cross-ups with it, so that's probably the most I'll get out of it. Swamp Light, yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Swamp with an additional touch of blue.
Yep.
Stellar Missiles is like one of the worst things to deal with. Against Stellar Missile Marissa, I'd actually run Blight Earth instead of 2-2B default. It's one of those really anti-matchup specific things.
Okay, so now that we've covered some of her skills and spells, not all of them, but the important ones, perhaps you can tell us a little bit about your matchups. First, start off with your personal matchups. I want to hear like what you personally do not like fighting.
I personally hate fighting against Itsuho.
Really?
Really, Itsuho and Ikari. Yeah, because Itsuho, like I said, my playstyle revolves around setting up zone. Itsuho just presses 5C and just removes all of it. And I don't like that.
Itsuho can mash out the big boot against all of the swamp resets, and it's terrible.
Yeah, she can. Pretty much. Like, if you don't use, like, range pressure against her, she's, like... she'll just decimate you. It's really hard. The matchup. Snap has better knowledge of the matchup than I do, but... generally speaking, you don't want to run rings against it. At that matchup, you never want to run rings. You always want to run, lasers, because you kind of want neutral control. If you can't win any neutral control against her, you're kind of, in a really bad spot.
So you don't feel bad about, like, how about the Patchouli matchup?
That's because I play them.
What?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
I love and
okay.
I love
Yeah, a lot of the damage does come from, like, what you can land on neutral.
Yeah, and, so Suwako against Pechi is... it's kind of hard, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not one of the harder ones. Simply because she has extended air dash. That extended air dash makes a very big difference in the matchup.
Is that the reason why you're running the Tengu fan? I saw you had it in your deck.
Yeah, that's what I like to do against Pechi. Actually, against Pechi I run 4 dolls, but yeah. You can extend the grace with additional Tengu fans, I forgot to mention that.
Apparently volume cut it out on some part, I'm not too sure which one though.
Rip.
Oh, so I was thinking,
let's talk about how much Suwako hates Marissa 5C.
Oh my god, Marissa 5C is like... okay.
The bane of the character.
Yeah. Okay, if she throws that out, you have no other choice but to dodge it. You can't, like, really do anything against it. if you put out like a 5C, then I guess it'll work full screen, but you have no options if she throws another 5C. So if she does like 5C twice, then you're kind of screwed. So 99% of the time you have to graze Marisa 5C. Otherwise you're not really gonna get anything out of it. One of her worst matchups is, in my opinion, Tenchi. Also because Tenchi... Yeah, Tenchi... Okay, the thing with Suwako is, she's very good at covering all the angles and approaching from any angle. But Tenchi is really good at just removing Suwa's zone and, not letting her approach at all. And she can approach on Suwako for free. So it's like, everything you try to do against her, you're kinda at a disadvantage kind of thing. It's hard to explain it.
Okay. Well, it's all about the space control, so if a character can actually beat the space control, you kinda lose the neutral
pretty
a bit.
much.
Oh.
Yep.
I see.
99% of the time you're just, playing defensive.
Okay, what about her best matchups? Like, where do you think she is in, like, her strong points?
Suwako, implying she has any good matchups.
Yo, there's gotta be one somewhere.
Okay, there is exactly one good matchup.
Damn.
And it's Yomu.
Meow?
Nothing to say, nothing to say. The fucking 5A. I can speak here. I think I can speak here. So basically, you do 5AA, and it's a gigantic gamble where you have to do either commit to another A and worry about the dash into J6A, or just do like something to beat the backdash. Outside of that, I don't think the matchup is bad or just
It's even. It's an even.
Yeah, it's even. It's literally a gamble.
Matchup, but it's her best matchup, quote unquote. In other words, she doesn't have any good matchups. That's just how Suwako is.
I mean, yeah, I got nothing.
Oh my god.
I got nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
God damn it, Sigets, shut up. God damn it.
Oh man.
Pressure Suwako, and yeah, it's pretty much like the only matchup that's good.
I mean, wait. It's true that Yomu has some problems, but outside of that, yeah, pressure is kind of harder and blah blah blah. It's annoying to fight, yeah. But won't Aya have kind of the same problem?
No, because the thing with Aya is she can actually mash forward 5A and then 5A again, and it'll actually go faster than L44.
Oh, okay, see. It's about...
So it's really... Yeah, it's really fast. So L44 actually doesn't work against Aya.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
I feel though as Yomu, because Suwako will be a lot on the lily pad against, Yomu. You can just charge a lot of 6A and get wrong blocks free.
Yeah, well, 6A whiffs against Suwako lily pad.
Unless charge.
Yeah, let's charge, but then
I don't know why.
Suwako can just high jump. Suwako can just high jump J2B, and you're kind of
yeah. I don't know. The matchup is the last time I played was long ago. It was kind of annoying, yeah, but it didn't feel like too harsh. It was just different, let's say. That's how I felt. It was different, not bad, just different.
Yeah, it's you have to get used to the fighting matchup, and even then, it's like very it's very even, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's one of the easier matchups for Suwako.
I don't see it being too bad for Yomu. I don't see it being too bad for Suwako. Just there. It is. Wow. The video.
Suwako in a nutshell.
Let's see. Again.
Why
give me
does
the
slowdown.
Give me the slowdown.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Behind. Nice.
This is why Suwako is so fun.
It's all calculated. It's all calculated.
You say it's fun for you, but that's why people don't like to fight her after all.
Oh. So, in the end, in broad sense, Suwako just doesn't have a good matchup. But it is like awful matchup, or is it just like you have to work a bit harder?
You just have to work a bit harder. Not like a really awful matchup aside from like a Tenchi.
Oh.
The other ones you just have to like just gotta put a little bit more effort and a little bit more crafting. But aside from that, it's like it's not too bad. They're all dealable. Like you even see like Lent beating Daniel, who's a Sakuya player. So that stuff happens. It's not terrible, but aside from like the other characters as compared to them, you have to put a lot more effort in.
Basically, you have to work hard for your things. I mean,
which I'm okay with.
I will say, I feel like I should say that counts for everyone at higher level. I feel like some people might get triggered by this, so I might just hold back the statement.
That everybody mentioned Yuyuko now.
Yeah, I knew you would say that. I knew you would say. We literally had the other podcast about how Yuyuko has to do stuff to actually work well. We literally had.
So, in other words, if you want to play Suwako, don't. Just pick up like real character.
Okay,
well, we've heard it from Lily herself.
Oh, come on. Come on.
If you want to play Suwako, pick up Swamp and...
Okay, no, let's be serious. Obviously, by this entire podcast, it's pretty clear that Suwako is an highly technical character that has many options, but they aren't obvious, so you need to put a lot of work into it to make it work.
Yep.
And some
so be prepared.
Some aren't great either. That's the other problem.
I mean, if we went by the logic that, oh, you shouldn't play this character because it's bad, then we should be playing fucking Aya or fucking... I
don't think she's that bad.
Character like Yuyuko,
I think there's an issue with the way we organize tier lists in this community, where we put Suwako in a tier by herself, or like at the bottom of like C tier. The tiers aren't that far apart. Is the biggest issue I have. There's only really like 3.
uses border escapes in this video.
I mean, again...
I mentioned how she uses 6B.
Oh, cool.
You can use it like that to escape certain pressures. And then there's a time where Lent will actually use J2B instead, after 6 border escape. In order to stop the air unblockables from happening.
Man, Remilia getting destroyed by those Lillipad.
Remilia versus Suwako is actually kind of hard too. Primarily because
I think Remilia against anyone is hard.
Yeah, that's right. Think of it like this: Remilia is like everything Suwako does better.
I see.
But yeah, you can look at how he does his 6Bs and learn a lot out of the Remilia matchup.
The 3A could have been beat by a 3A. Yeah, the slide as Remilia on Suwako seems to be pretty bad. You can just use the trees.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was actually overall... I didn't know Suwako had all those options. Like, she could, for example, like jump from 6B or use these really unique cancels, you know? That's been pretty interesting.
That's the strength of Suwako. She's very variable, so... Her strength comes in her mix-up. It's not really her damage or any, like, big hitboxes or anything. It's the fact that she has so many different things to do. And that's where she has her biggest, strength and qualities, I guess.
So clearly, today we learned that if your IQ is 300 or something, you can't play Suwako.
Pretty much.
Oh man. Fighting games are too hard.
I know, right?
So at this point, I guess we talk about pretty much everything Suwako. Or is there anything else we want to add up to this?
Like, what's the most important thing you want to tell people who pick up Suwako or all the other lower level?
Really, just stop
even
ceiling
non-Suwako
hugging.
players.
Even the new ones, the old ones, everyone, just stop ceiling hugging and play the ground a bit more.
When you're high up in the sky and you're thinking of hitting J8A, just rethink all the decisions that led up to that point, and then hit a different button.
There's more to life than J8A.
I think with that...
Lusek's actually asking about the Yukari matchup, and that matchup, you really have to run lasers. If you don't run 63 lasers, you're kind of like... Nothing works against her. She just clears all of your zone really fast. She has better pressure than you. Your only way of keeping neutral game is by using alternate lasers. And you just hope that your opponent makes more mistakes and suicides.
Or you led them into a suicide, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, I think with that, unless people want to, ask questions about, Suwako.
Questions, yeah.
Yeah, I think we pretty much presented the entire character in the best way possible.
Okay, well, we're waiting for any questions that people may have about Suwako. There is a question I do want to ask, and it is about Suwako. When fighting Suwako, there's obviously a lot of weaknesses that she may have, but do you think you can point out some of the weaknesses that we should look out for when trying to fight Suwako?
Against Suwako?
Yeah, ways to counter her.
Ways to counter her?
Well, you said that you have to wait for her long recovery on each move.
Yeah.
So you should bait her more into attacks.
One thing that you can kind of note is that Suwako doesn't really have a HA9 J5A. A lot of characters can do that, like Yomu and Continue Pressure. But Suwako can't really do that, so a lot of times you can just high jump J5A her instead. Of course it has to be on a read, but she's very vulnerable to J5As in general.
If I remember right, the J5A basically loses to any same hates, right? Pretty much, because the J5A is under her instead of being what's the word? Instead of being on the same hate, it's under. So any situation where same hate, you will lose every single time.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Generally, yeah.
I think the best way to beat Suwako is to play the matchup the same way she does and try to get her to suicide onto you.
Yeah, pretty much. That's very true.
You sit outside the Suwako zone and wait to bait in one of her big moves, and then you just smack the recovery.
Resident Sleeper matchup.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
The best way to play it is to sit back and wait.
And relax, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how Suwako beats anyone who's impatient, so the way you beat Suwako is you have to out-patient her, kind of thing.
Truly horror.
That's why I love playing the character.
A true horror for all Soku players. You have to be patient to win a matchup.
What is this bullshit? I didn't sing up for this.
That's why I'm okay with playing 7-minute games. I know I've told you where I have 10-minute games or so. Yeah, those are expect to have a long game if you're playing against Suwako. Because that's just generally how she plays. She plays... If everything... It's like Pokemon. She's the stall character of the game.
Oh man. Truly horror.
I mean, she even heals herself. Come on.
I know, right?
It's built into the kit.
Okay, I have a question for Morphman. Now, Morphman, I know you absolutely hate this character, but now I want to tell you why. Or no, I want you to tell me why. Why do you hate fighting this character so much?
How many reasons should I? First of all, she has one of the strongest pressure in the game.
That's
that's debatable. That's debatable.
We just said that she has plenty of good pressure tools. Come on now,
She does, but it's not the best. It's just variable, it's not strong.
It's pretty good.
Strong,
I would debate that Aya has the best pressure in the game. Anyway.
I would say
Aya as well. I
would
say Yuyuko has it, but go on.
We went over Yuyuko pressure last episode though, and Irish was saying that that Yuyuko pressure is based around spell cards.
Well, everyone says the game has
meter
no
pressure is top tier. Let's go with that.
Is top tier, then,
let's talk about the real top tier pressure. It's racing.
Okay, you guys
no, not racing,
you guys know nothing. See me on meter pressure on Yom. I'll fuzzy your shit into bunch of nonsense.
Okay,
See
we
me.
can do it. I'll play Suwako.
I can still do the fuzzies on that.
You will just choke and then we win.
That's so true.
Let me
We'll
and
just
Sigets
choke.
tell you about 4A2A with Patchouli. And there is the best meterless pressure you're ever gonna find. It's all you need. But yeah, going back to Morphman, anything else about Suwako that you just don't like when you're fighting her?
Most players play super cancers, like they just stay in the ceiling. They don't even hide staying in the
That's
ceiling.
what
They
I
just
said.
stay there into
Don't
Jade A.
ceiling hug, please.
But if it
Bad,
works, and
it's
it pisses
especially-
you
for-
remember, the golden rule of fighting games, you must never
Oh
stop
God.
doing what your opponent hates.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's true, but just don't do it if you want to get better.
I mean,
Honestly.
I will say if you want to
I'm
get
not even
better.
saying it does work for some of them, like, Jesus. They just kill themselves with Jade A, but I feel like, why do you not, like, try to stay on the ground and fight me?
I know, that's why I don't like the Suwakos.
Well, the trick is to just
We do
stand
that.
under her when she's stealing hugs, and then when she tries to Jade, she comes down and she's actually just in recovery all the way from the top of the screen all the way to the bottom. Like you just wait, just be patient, Morphman.
But patience is boring in the fighting. It's a fighting game, not a waiting game.
Oh man, that's the weakest. Oh hey, big combos.
Oh my god. Oh, that's a normal look. Oh yeah, Alice is one of the other ones you can use it on.
You can do big damage. 3.5. Yeah.
Oh, there's the clip of, notice how slow she moved even in Tempest?
Oh, 6C.
Yep, sexy. Using your pressure, you can, break
Wait.
stuff. Or break, cards. And don't forget it can be cancelled into 2p, so...
This pressure is too fresh for me. Jeez, can handle it. Do we have actually time? Because I think we have been about Suwako for like 2 hours.
So
Right,
I
about
think
2 hours.
we should wrap it.
Do we wait? Do we get any extra topic? Any shilling? Any whatever?
Shilling,
So okay,
maybe.
we lasted 2.5 hours talking about Suwako. We're trying to not reach 3 hours because I mean our podcasts before have been very extensive. I think we can actually wrap it up today. We can't really get to this topic. We'll have to wait for a general episode.
We can push it back.
Fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Make sure to bring me back for System Cards episode. I want to talk about Soul Torch.
Yeah, I mean like.
Oh, I love Soul Torch.
We are
I'll bring
9 out of 20 characters in terms of getting through all the cast in Soku. So
I'll bring my
Soul
Akuro
Torch. I want
Kentek.
to talk about, Soul Torch and, Catfish usage.
Oh,
I'm not
maybe-
even joking, Catfish is actually usable.
I know
especially with
Catfish is
Suwako.
great. Dude,
Of course,
Catfish
dude.
on Suwako is so dumb.
It's so good.
Catfish has some setups.
Nah, actually, jokes aside, a bunch of really interesting talk.
Suwako uses Soul Torch and Catfish really well. Because she's so short, you can just border escape under them and then throw a Soul Torch.
Also, the Suika gourd. I like the fact that you get cards. It's
I
nice.
don't use Suika Cord.
I
That's
don't know, I
just
just-
playstyle, but yeah, it's really good. It is
I use
good.
it for my meme deck.
Yeah, boy,
It's
memes.
important for me.
But it
like
heavily
that.
drops.
Yeah.
Heavily drops.
Suika
what-
Lava Ball, let's go.
Oh my god.
So
Oh.
let's not mention that.
No, it's great.
Oh man, I need the gourd for 2 list, otherwise I don't get 48 frame startup.
But okay. So to finish
I-
it, yes, clearly, like, how did you like the podcast? Was it fun? I mean, before we started, you were like a few days ago, you were like somewhat worried, or
Cold feet.
Kind of, yeah, cold feet.
at least you sounded nervous
It's,
at first, but you nailed it pretty much.
It got better. It got better over time as I started doing
The
it.
thing about the podcast is usually we
I
start
kinda
off
wanna
pretty
do it
slow.
again.
We start off slow, and then later in the episode, it picks up. You're going with the flow.
I feel like it also got better because we started using more, let's say, approachable style to talk about the character. A lot more free, a lot less, let's say, straight line. it's hard to use a good word, but basically from the Yuko episode, we went from following a really what's the word, schedule, and more like just talking about the character in the different scenarios, more broad, more open, which is way easier to just speak about the character because it's open, it's easier. Yeah, rigid. That's a good word.
I'd love to do another podcast if you guys don't mind, or I could just like contribute to stuff. It's really fun.
We have been on this for a while. Did we reach 10 characters yet? Yeah, 11, right?
Nope. We're on 9. 9
out
of 20.
Really? Oh my god.
Not like this.
9. Yep.
Not like this.
We're
9
together
out of
for
20,
like
and
a whole
I've been
nother
here
year.
for 3 of them.
Oh man.
Sigets. What other characters do you want to come back for?
Let me go
I'll
look
do
at character
Cherno
select.
and
Hold on.
Asana if you want.
11 to go.
Why have we not done yet?
I'll die before we get to the end of this.
We are done.
I need a list of who we've done so I can tell you who I'll come back
See
for.
me on Suika podcast. I'll talk about the greatness.
Yo.
Alt.
Yo, replace Genki with me for Komachi cast.
Okay.
So I
Too late,
can talk. So I can talk.
But too
mad
late. We
trash.
did that.
Yeah,
We
we
already
had
did
a
that.
Komachi
Oh,
podcast.
yeah, we
Disappointing.
did.
Yeah, we did.
Zero's already on
Oh, you
there.
already did
Bring
it.
it back for number 2. Round 2.
No,
Bring it
get
back so I can
out.
talk mad trash on how bad.
No, get
Komachi
out. We need to finish the list. We don't even have half the cast done. What is this bullshit?
Oh, okay, real shit. I might summon you for the Patchouli cast. I'm not sure yet.
Get IROC, dude.
I'm
you're not
implying
talking about
IROC
the
would ever
system
fucking
cast.
speak.
IROC talks
I can
sometimes.
barely get this guy to reply to me ever. I ask him for some Patchouli tech in PM, and he just never replies.
Oh, those are the ones we've
Honestly,
already done.
Jokes aside, I really want to see the Suika and Meling podcast. Those should be
They
good.
would never be no.
Myself gonna be here. It's
I
gonna be
can-
the best.
I can
I
sub
mean-
for Tenshi and I can sub for Genki for Suika if he wants to talk about her.
What? No, I want to talk about Suika. I actually play the character. Damn it!
No, I mean you get treated as a guest and I treat him for host.
if
So you can like talk.
I mean,
Oh.
honestly, like I guess I'll say it now, but for a lot of characters, we don't have people, or if we do, we would prefer someone that is still playing or has so much knowledge. I don't know. It's hard to get guesses. Sometimes we prefer someone that is still playing or that has a lot of knowledge, or someone that
Yeah,
just
the only one I can think of that I'd be willing to come back for is Tenshi. I don't know jack about anybody else. Maybe Pat.
Sanai.
Nah.
Eh.
I'd get
say-
Lily Annihilator, honestly.
I need to say something really quick. So yeah, we didn't have Zaton today. He was out ill. And Sigets was originally going to sub for me, but he ended up subbing for Zaton instead because I was going to sit out this episode. But yeah, just a quick mention to everybody. Like, if you guys want to be a sub and host for the Hisouten Discord podcast, just let me know. Like, send us PM. We're always looking for sub and hosts. Yeah, that'd be great. Should I enter my
Yeah, I
shilling
wanna be
corner?
one. I wanna
Oh,
be
shilling time.
one.
Oh, shilling time! Yeah, let's go,
Shilling
boy.
time.
Oh my
Yeah.
So, just a couple minutes ago from our good guy, the Irish 09 Slasher, we ended up getting an announcement for the Beginner Beatdown Tournament, which is going to be on November 10th, which should be on Friday, or is it? Yeah, it's on a Friday. We've had 2 so far, and I don't know, they've been really fucking sick so far. We've ended up seeing a lot of new players, and if you guys have friends who might be interested in Soku, you know, tell them about the Beginner Beatdown. It's run by Irish, it's streamed by Irish, it's commentated by Irish. Like,
Wait,
It's a very
Is-
Irish tournament.
is
Yes,
this
it is.
15, right?
the podcast, yeah, but the
No. I mean, the beginner beatdown should be this 15.
no, it's on the 10th, isn't it?
What? No, I asked Aish. It was on the 15th.
It can't
The
be on
announcement.
the 10th, can
The
it?
announcement
I
says
can't.
it'll
The
take
10th is
place
a
November 10th.
Oh,
That makes sense.
shit.
Apparently 10th is Blaze Blue. Or no, I don't know if that's Blaze Blue or BB.
Yeah, BB is Beginner Beatdown.
Beginner Beatdown. No, it's Blaze Blue,
I
dude.
so knew that.
No. Let's
I mean,
also run a Blaze
Blaze
Blue
Beatdown.
tournament on November
Oh,
10th. Let's
Blaze
go.
Beatdown.
Blaze Beatdown.
Yo, I mean, Soku Discord is gonna host Blaze Blue tournament. Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so other than that, next Sunday, which is on the 12th, we will have a
Dream Chasers, boy. Yeah.
Yes,
So
Dream
we have-
Chasers is
Oh
still
my
running
God.
strong. Go ahead and talk about it, Genki.
Okay, so let me check my challenge. Okay, so let's see.
Track my challenge.
Unban Sigets.
No, Dream Chasers 14 coming to your house next week for more games and for more badly written rules and video games. I still have to make the page, but it's the 14th. Dream Chasers. The Gaiden doesn't count as a number, it's a filler episode. So be there, please, because... Oh, yeah, no, wait, actually,
Remember to
be...
go for Genki.
Actually,
About it.
while we are here, Zero, do we get to use maybe Saturday, Friday, or anything that isn't Monday?
Wait, what?
Yeah, as a day for
For
Dream
DC?
Chasers. Yeah, huh?
Oh, I guess we could use Saturday, only if there's not a Soku set going on.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, like, Saturday is usually reserved for, like, bigger tourneys and whatnot.
We can ask Tess and see, because I really want to see Yosupal again. The tourney seems he can join on Saturday. Outside of Yosupal, other people can join the Sunday, but can join the Saturday, so...
Yeah, it's one or the other. I mean, not everybody wins.
So I guess sometimes we could just,
Some dreams
switch
are
it up.
crushed And some dreams are continued.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
other
much.
than Dream Chasers, yeah, there was no Soku set announced today.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, if I have the free time and if everybody's feeling it, maybe I'll make a bracket later tonight.
Yeah, I mean, be there for Soku Saturday because the game is declining, I guess, and there is a new fighter coming out. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about this in the news, but Toho is coming to a Steam near you. It's actually already there.
Why?
No.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
big
It's there though.
Like,
It's
why?
there though.
Which
It's
one?
there though.
Which one?
The new Toho season, the fourth season.
L.
15.5 and
That's
16
okay.
are coming.
Okay,
to,
they are
coming.
coming-
To Steam.
The
What
season?
about Soku for Steam?
Yeah, the one about the season, and then there is going to be the fighting game too.
Toho is my favorite anime, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude, who else is hyped for AOCF with Steam Net Play? Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Yeah, the game
Please.
though,
Hold on,
it's
hold on,
not.
hold on. Anatomy of Common Flowers is gonna be on Steam. Real shit?
Yes.
15.5 and 16 got
The
confirmed.
problem is that, as Knitting is saying, it's not translated. There are no cards, no achievement, no badges, no emojis, and no advertisement. So
I'll
it's kind
still
of
pay
just.
money.
Yeah, me too.
It's
But
just there.
it's just kind of there. Yeah, exactly. It's just thrown there, just to be there.
Get
We
people to
can,
show
bro.
it. Get people to show it.
I've wanted-
Do like do
We
what
could.
Xenius did and go to like different channels and say there's this game.
I mean, it can work maybe.
I
Who
mean,
knows?
you could.
Do
Yo,
what
okay.
I
do what
hope.
Ruby, do
I
what Ruby
hope.
did and go get the two best friends to play Soku on their
I really hope this means that we get Perfect Cherry Blossom on Steam. Yeah,
That's
boy.
not gonna
Oh my
happen.
God.
They're not gonna
I
release old
see.
games.
That's not.
I will buy it.
Okay,
I'd buy
I
it
would
too.
buy Subterranean Animism, Imperishable Night, 10 Desires, and
I
Legacy of
think that's
Limited
a fake.
Kingdom.
Also, Soku on Steam. Let's go. See me on Soku Steam
You know
Edition.
that's the one
Soku
thing
on
that's
Steam,
never
dude,
happened.
holy fucking shit. I would explode.
Oh my god.
Imagine, it's like King of Fighters
Get a
Steam
petition.
Edition.
Soku
Get a
HD, but they re-add Soku HD, but they re-add Suwako's 2A.
Soku
Oh my
HD, but they
god.
remove
Oh, that is
Ryzen.
so amazing.
Soku Steam Edition,
Fighters
but
Steam.
now there is Yuki. Just because. Yay!
Looking for
Okay,
us,
before we become a
before they
shitposting
release,
podcast.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Okay,
Gotta shut down.
we got nothing else to talk about, no news, no thing. We'll see you guys next time. Same channel, same podcast, same shit posting. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'll see you later, guys.